All right, all right, all right. All right. It is good to be back. It's good to be home. It's good to be home. It's great to see you guys. Let me get everything pulled up and hope you guys can see me clearly as I can see you. Shout out to you guys being here this evening. It is Wednesday evening and your boy is back in the building.
It feels so lovely to be here tonight. What a beautiful, give yourselves a round of applause. You're so lovely. Everyone's so lovely. And
So lovely.
while you're in the clapping mood, I'd like to give a big round of applause to my band, Sexual Chocolate.
Sexual chocolate. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Glad to be here, guys. Back, yes, sir. Black Scorpion back in the saddle again. Once again. Can't speak as loud still. My voice is still on the recuperation stage, but I'm about like 99%. The funny part is getting used to talking again. When you haven't, my voice was great, no pain. If anybody wants to know how the Colombian medical how they treat you, A1. I hadn't been treated this well when I was, when I had surgeries and things like that, or had to go to the hospital in the States. Because of our medical service or our insurance, my surgery was $0 plus $0. So the surgery, as well as the aftercare, as well as the medication was didn't cost a thing. So shout out to the Colombian medical service for looking out for your boy. Definitely, I appreciate that. And they were top notch. Even after the surgery, I was expecting my throat was going to be sore, not one day of pain. So I purposely had to just be stoic and be quiet. So when it was time for me to start speaking again, that's been the problematic part. The crazy thing, as much as I talk, I'm still at the stage of I don't want to talk. I just really want to be quiet. So Andrea is getting used to me being quiet around the house and not talking as much. But shout out to you guys being here. I appreciate you all being here this evening. Tonight's topic, we got us a doozy. We're going to be discussing not only we're going to do a recap of the church bros versus the passport bro movement that we did a couple months ago. But we're also going to look at the behavior of the church sisters that not only caused men to trickle out of the church, but also caused men to grab their passports and decide to go to other countries and still attend church in other countries and still attend mosques and temples in other countries. So shout out to that. But before we get started, we got a sponsor for tonight, and our sponsor is before we do the shout outs, our shout out section or portion of the show is we got a sponsor from now on. And our sponsor is, first of all, we got 41 people in the building. Click that like button. I like you. Make sure you like us too.
Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth, yeah. Oh yeah.
Oprah will be coming next. So make sure that you click that like button. And as I was saying, our show sponsor for this portion of the show, which is the shout out section, is going to be the Passport Bros app. My man Aaron of Black Men Travel has worked so hard and diligently with his team to put that app together. And we want to make sure that we support what these brothers are doing, what they put together. And it is full of guys that I'm in the app. And I'm talking about those guys are in there watching movies together. You can go live with live streams. There's information with guys from all over the world that are posting videos and photos and other YouTubers that are in there. So there's a lot that's in there. So what we're going to be doing tonight, we want to bless our man Aaron tonight and have about 25 guys. 25 guys. Make sure that you download the app and that you sign into the app as well. Download, sign up into the app as well. 25 guys. Do not be thinking that the next brother will do it. No, you do it. Look out for each other. Let's support Black Male Media. The link is at the top of the chat. So just in case you guys are wondering, the Patreon link is at the top of the chat. And from now on, the Black Men's Travel link will be at the top of the chat.
Hey, Globetrotters! Are you ready to elevate your travel game and make every trip unforgettable? Get ready to revolutionize your adventures with Passport Bros app, your ticket to turning passion into profit. With Passport Bros, your travel videos and posts aren't just memories, they're money makers. Share your awe-inspiring experiences with the world and watch your bank account grow with every click. But wait, there's more. Connect with a vibrant community of fellow explorers, where camaraderie knows no borders. Exchange insider tips, forge lasting friendships, and create memories that last a lifetime. And that's not all. Gain access to exclusive discounts on accommodations, from cozy boutique hotels to luxurious resorts, ensuring you can travel in style without breaking the bank. So why settle for ordinary when you can experience the extraordinary? Join the Passport Bros app today and unlock a world of adventure, connection, and endless possibilities. Download the app now and let the journey of a lifetime begin.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.
All right. Let's get ready with these shout outs. Shout out to you guys being here tonight. Once again, let's get ready to rumble. We got a good topic tonight, a real good one. Let's get started with these super chats, and then we're going to come back to the regular chat out there. But as for the Passport Bro app, let's make sure tonight at least 25 of us sign up. Download is real simple. It's absolutely free to download, sign up. And I'm telling you guys, a lot of the information that guys ask me about in consultations, a lot of it is going to be in the Passport Bro app. And also, the cool part about it, I'm going to also be implementing the app not only as the sponsor every time we do the shout outs for you guys, but also we're going to make sure that it's part of the consultation. And I'm going to be dropping the link for the app in the Patreon for all you guys that are in the Patreon as well. And it's going to be a part of our YouTube membership because we want to support Black Male Media. And this is a great way of doing it, especially since they got the live streams. And so what'll be happening this Friday, Aaron is going to come on the show and he's going to we're going to walk through the app because there's so much in the app for you guys to enjoy and explore. We're literally going to walk through the app because when I first went in, I was like, oh, wow, I didn't know this was in here. And I didn't know there's so much that I haven't had a chance to explore that I want to make sure that you guys explore it as well. Also, they got me get ready to go for a voice coach. So I'm going to have to not only control my speaking, but I have to also go to a voice coach to actually train my voice to speak on the mic to where I don't damage or cause a little problem. And it was something a little small. It was something small. It wasn't major, but they don't want me to have permanent damage to my throat because y'all know how I get. So my man Love W in the building. First of all, shout out to you, brother, for being here with the $10. He said, much love. It's much love for all you guys, man. I'm glad to be back here. Andrea says she appreciates being on the stream with you guys when she was here. And that doesn't mean that she's going to stop coming, that she'll be here more than not often. So she'll be here a lot more as well. And you guys will be able to make sure you subscribe to her channel also. Shout out to my man David in the building also being here. Shout out to him. Shout out to him being here. My man Will the Thrill Boy, them Ohio players, roller coaster, roller. Shout out to you, brother, being here. Yes, sir. Welcome back, Andre and chat family. Yes, sir, gentlemen. And my man, them Canadian boys at it again, Mom.
I told this guy where I was from. He said, oh, Canada.
My man Black Nubian is in the building representing one more time. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to you guys being here. Let me scroll up to all you guys that came in, like my Uncle Jeffrey being one of the first ones here. Jeffrey, make sure that you download that Passport Bro app. He say that thumbnail was too. You see them church sisters on that thumbnail? I sat up there I said, okay, I want a thumbnail with the church sisters. But then I sat up there for about, it took me about a good 10, 20 minutes to decide on what I wanted to say. And when I came across that picture, it was perfect. Now, mind you, this is not a broadcast that has nothing against the church at all, not against church sisters, not against black women. It's not that at all. But when we, like I said, a lot of times people think that an attack is when we're exposing something that is an attack. No, it's just exposing something. It's there. If somebody sits back and say, well, that's a snake on the ground, that doesn't mean that we're attacking the snake. We're just acknowledging that that's where it is and it's on the ground and we see it. So it is with some of the behavior that many of us black men saw in the church among the deacons, the sneaking deacons, and the player pastors, and then the LGBTQ. Come on, guys. The LGBTQ choir, the head of the choir, and then the sisters that you get your freak on at any point in time. There's a lot going on. Come on, can we be real tonight, guys? As Passport Bros, there was a lot going on in at least, I don't know about the white church, but I know one thing: in the black church, there was a lot going on. I could sleep with whoever I want to sleep with if I was on freak mode. I wasn't condoning the LGBTQ choir director, but pastor and the rest of it, and the ladies did. Pastor sleeping and having babies with everybody else. His daughter and his son smoked more weed and got more LGBTQ lovers, like Bishop Jake's son. Then you got the sneaking deacons that are co-signing what the pastor doing, and everybody making money but us. And they wonder why black men decide, you know what, enough is enough. Enough is enough. But because at least when all that was going on, at least when the pastor got behind the pulpit, at one point in time, he was talking about fire, brimstone, and he was talking about family and keeping the families together. But then they realized that it was more money to be made preaching directly to black women than to black families. And they had a choice. I could go for the money and keep these church doors open, or I can preach to the black families, which, hey, they might not be paying as much. So Pastor, Bishop Jakes, Eddie Long, all those other, Carlton Pearson, all those other pastors decide to cater their sermons towards women. I ain't mad at you. Get your hustle on, player. But when we decide to leave, now women, from the video we're gonna watch, you're gonna see that the women, they trying to cry to get y'all back, but it's a little bit too late now. It's a little too late. Guys got passports, and they realize, like me and other brothers, we can go to church, temples, mosques in other countries. Andrea and I go to church every Sunday. Andrea goes to church, to prayer service every morning. She goes to church service on Fridays. We go to Bible study on Wednesday. I haven't missed a beat. I just don't have to deal with that falsehood that's going around with some of the sisters in the church back home in the States. So when they sit back and think that just because we got passports, we don't love God anymore, we don't go to our Muslim temples anymore, we don't go to our synagogues or mosques anymore, they got us tore up. There's so many. If you're a Muslim brother, before I go to the shout outs, guys, if you are an Islamic brother, do not worry about whether you can worship in Colombia. There are so many Islamic temples here in Colombia. So many. Do not. I'm telling you, I walk around. I see the brothers and the sisters that are part of the Islamic faith all the time. Just like I see the Catholics. Just like I see the brothers and sisters of the African faith who still worship in the way that we worship in Africa, as well as the Christian church down here. I see it all the time. So I just want to let you guys know, if you're Islamic, do not feel like I'm moving to Colombia, I may not find any place to worship. That's not true. That I can attest to. Definitely I can attest to that. Shout out once again to Jeffrey regarding the thumbnail. He said, I love this channel. Shout out to Andrea and Andrew. I'm glad that we love you too, brother. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Yes, sir. And make sure that you guys, once again, we've got 90 people in here. Our goal for tonight, if you guys got love for me, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart, if you got love for me, go ahead and make sure that you show some love for Aaron of Black Man's Travel and subscribe to the Black Man's Travel app. It only takes a few moments to do it. Even while you're watching this broadcast, you can click on it, download it, and even sign up for it. Easy peasy. And I'm telling you the connections that you'll make. So you guys will be hearing me talk about this app quite often because they're one of the sponsors of the show. And he's a really good friend, man. Really good friend. So let me scroll down. I already got my man Love W. Got my man Don in the building, Mr. AKA himself. There we go. MiG top flight. I ain't mad at you, brother. Keep life on airplane mode. I am not mad at you. Global homie in the paper in the building. He said, "What's up?" He said, "I hope everyone is doing well." Yes, sir. And we got them Detroit boys in the building.
You better back the fuck up out my face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me.
Thanks, poor man. I was wondering how the audio was. I really was. Thank you very much. And the video is looking good. Oh, yeah, that looks real good. That looks real good. Black Scorpion in the building. Yes, sir. Back on the saddle. Ain't missed a beat. Back on the saddle. Like I said, the surgery went excellent. Excellent. No pain. Not one day of pain. Now, I thought my voice would be sore. Mainly, I've been eating like soups and, Jello. But for the most part, Andrea's been giving me the soft boy era, the soft guy era treatment. So I've been spoiled all week long. I mean, really spoiling your boy. So she made sure that I was on par. They gave me the pain medication, but I didn't have any pain at all, man. I mean, this is the funny part. This is the funny part. Remember, I've been telling y'all the whole time, oh, it's minor. It's just going to be, 15 minutes. They're going to do quick laser in and out, right? This is what I'm believing because this is what I thought Andrea told me, right? And I thought this is what the doctor told me pre-surgery. Bruh, I walked in there, the doctor handed me a robe. Yeah, take your clothes off, son. Like, what? Now, the Colombian robes are a little different from how our robes are made because our robes got the string in the back. Colombian robes kind of like go in a way to where your arm goes through a sleeve to where your whole back is covered and it just kind of like goes. It's kind of weird how it works, but it works. I'm like, wait a minute, this is surgery. This is like heart surgery, lung surgery, throat surgery, major. This is surgery. And so I'm still kind of like, okay, well, maybe, they just, they did precautions. This is what they do. And then they hooked me up to the IV and I'm like, okay, I'm hooked up to that. Okay, maybe this, more some type of morphine or something, keep the pain away. I don't know, right? This is how I'm thinking. I'm still thinking that's gonna be like a 15-minute surgery until they walk me into the operating room. And I'm seeing the anesthesiologist over there. I'm seeing like 4 or 5 surgeons. Man, they sit me down on that table. And I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, Dre, this is like real surgery, bruh. This is real. You are in another country. You doing real surgery. But everything was so professional. It was just like being home. I won't even lie. It was everything was set up. Everything was smooth. No worries, no nothing. It wasn't like when people sit back and say third world, I'm like, okay, that's what I say. Okay. Yeah. Here we go.
I'm not black, I'm OJ.
Okay. Yeah. And so the anesthesiologist came, put the mask on me. He said, take a few deep. I don't even think I started to count. I don't think I made it to 4. And I was out. When I woke up, I'm in a different room. I'm in the recovery room. And I probably was there in the recovery. I don't even know, man. I was out. We went into surgery. Remember my mouth, 15-minute surgery, right? We went into the surgery. Surgery started at like 11 o'clock, right? Next thing I know, it's 3:30. I'm like, okay, this is real surgery, but no soreness, no pain, no nothing. I don't know how they did it. I don't want to know. And then they gave Andrea a little container that had the little lump, the little small lump that was in my left side of my throat. So they had that. She showed that to me, and I was out of there maybe in about an hour. Andrea wheeled me down to the first floor, and I got out the wheelchair and just came on home, and just been quiet all week. And so like I said, so used to being quiet, man, that now walking around the house, man, I don't say much of anything. I'm so used to being stoic that I'm yeah. Yeah, but anybody that's looking to move to Colombia, and you're an older guy, or if you're a guy that you could be young and you've got some type of issues like diabetes or anything that you're working with, don't feel uncomfortable. I'm telling you, I have been to the doctors here many days in Colombia, and they do really, really good work, and it's not expensive. Like I said, after all they did for me, the insurance that we have, I pay zero. And remember, me and Andrea pay $100 a piece per month for our insurance, and we have the top notch insurance here in Colombia. And we only pay $100 a piece per month. And even if we had 10 kids, it will remain at $100 a piece. And once I turn 60, my insurance cannot be changed over, so it cannot be lowered. So if the doctor said, well, or if something happens when in regards to the insurance companies, I'm still eligible to be part of the best, because here in Colombia, by law, you can't change somebody's insurance over the age of 60 years old. In other words, if that's what grandma's medical was and that's how it was being taken care of, they still got to cover grandma. Even if grandma can't afford it like that, they still got to cover grandma. You cannot change grandma's insurance. Even the hospitals cannot sit back and say, well, she ain't got the same insurance anymore. Which, yes, she does. Technically, she does. So take care of grandma as if she still could afford that insurance. So I really do like that. I didn't know that. I didn't know once you hit 60, even if you couldn't afford that level of insurance, you are still eligible for that insurance. That's what's up. Shout out to my man Cloud Ninja in the building as well. What's up, Dre? He said, one of Theo Cloud's pupils here, now a subscriber. Shout out to you, brother. I'm glad that you're here. Let me give you this right here. Here we go. I'm gonna give you the Eddie Murphy. There we go.
It feels so lovely to be here tonight. What a beautiful. Give yourselves a round of
What
applause.
a
It's so lovely.
Theos.
Everyone's so lovely.
So lovely.
While
What a
you're in the
Theos,
clapping room,
guys.
I'd like to give a big round of applause to my band, Sexual Chocolate. Sexual Chocolate. They play so fine, don't you agree?
Don't you agree? I want to say this, guys. If you are part of Theo's classes or courses, do not. I'm giving you guys a tip. I'm giving you guys the behind the scenes hookup. Do not take any of his classes or his courses for granted. If you, I don't care if you tired that day, you just got off work, your girlfriend called, she want to do a booty call. I'm telling you, take advantage of it, because there's no guarantee that Theo's gonna always be doing this, guys. I'm telling you, some of you dudes gonna be disappointed because you didn't step your game up while you was in his class. So I'm telling you, always have your pen with you, always have a notepad with you, because I'm telling you, a day is coming. All right, I'm giving y'all okay. All right, I ain't gonna say nothing. Y'all gonna be mad, boy. Ooh, y'all gonna be mad. Shout out to my man Dave once again. He said, Andre, can they blame TD Jakes for their issues? Yeah, listen, TD went along with the wave. He went along with the wave of the women. The women, listen, I'm not mad at the church hustlers, man. I kid you not. They say those that can't do, teach. Those that can't teach, preach. I'll say that again. They say those that can't do, teach. And those that can't teach, preach. There's some preachers out there because they was broken. They couldn't do nothing else. So they like, I can't go to the streets and hustle because I don't know. I ain't good in jail. So they went to the pulpit. And I had been following Bishop Jakes since he was in, what was it, West Virginia? See, a lot of people don't remember Jakes didn't start in Dallas. The Potter's house was on the East Coast. That's how long I have been following Jakes. So just in case you guys are wondering, man, I knew these dudes when they had small churches. When Creflo Church was super small. When Joel Osteen died, I followed John, his dad, when the church was small. Not this big mega church. That's Joel's church. But his dad had the smaller church. So I've been following them dudes a long time. So to sit back and see this dude throw all his hard work away in the name of a Diddy party. Diddy parties must have been really nice for you to throw your whole ministry away where you got to retire and ain't nobody trying to be bothered with you. But them church sisters gonna stick with them. The Dazzling Globetrotter, man, I like that name. He said the electric sign looks great, Dre. Thank you very much, brother. I got that idea from Angry Man. I sat up there and, you know, Angry Man has the Angry Man logo, neon light, and then El Guapo has his light up there. And I was like, wait a minute. It's time for us to get one of those lights. So I ordered this one from a company out of New York. I actually went to canva.com, designed this logo. That's why you guys see our logo everywhere. And I sent it to the company in New York. And they sent it to their affiliate in China, and they created it, and it's larger than what you think it is, and it's really, really nice, man. I was highly impressed with their work. And most neon lights last between, I looked it up, it's either 5 to 7 years or 7 to 10 years. Most neon lights, so that's got a 10-year. Lifespan, and it has a lifetime warranty on it as well. Oh yeah, shout out to you guys once again. Jalupe in the building. Shout out to you. I'm back, brother. I'm back. Yes, he is. Let me sit up. Inside Looking Out. I like that name, boy. Y'all coming with some good YouTube names, man. Your voice sounds fine. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you very much. I can't be yelling and everything. Okay. Remember what happened, you know, Run DMC, the group, right? Remember what happens to DMC voice when he lost his voice? Because DMC naturally has a low voice, but he was doing all those high, it's like that, and that's the way, money absorb it at a record high. And for him to throw his voice like that when his voice by nature is deep, and he's doing this in concert, year in and year out. He lost it. Plus, he was drinking heavy at that time period. He lost his voice for years. And then when he did get it back, it's never been right. It's never been right. So the doctors were telling me, if I continue to not master my voice, that's why I have to go to a voice coach. The same thing could happen to me. So they're like, we've got, see, that's why I like about Colombia, man. They not only do the surgery, they say, nah, it's time for you to, man, they go give you no voice coach in the States. They just be like, okay, you good? All right, you got to go. Next person. Colombia, like, okay, you good? Okay, now we're going to set you up with a voice coach so to master your voice so it doesn't happen again. Man, listen, and at zero cost. Chopper Man, DJ in the building. Hello, how you feeling? I'm feeling great today, man. It feels so good to be back with you guys. I kid you not. Once again, tonight's topic is the church sisters versus the passport bros, and how the passport bro movement has had an impact up on the black church, whether we realize it or not. Oh yeah, we've had an impact. Shout out to Uriah being in the building. My favorite Bible name. He said, salute Dre and the chat. Good to see you back. It's good to be back, brother. And my man MJB in the building. He said, hello, sir. Any medical advice on the app for folks with certain conditions? You know what the thing about Colombia is? As long as you have an international health insurance. Once again, That's an international health insurance that covers you no matter what country. Colombia's got your back. See, I have a Colombian insurance because I have a permanent residency, and B, since I'm married to a Colombiana, I'm automatically a part of Andrea's insurance. So we just went on ahead, just got the best insurance in Colombia, and so we're both on that policy. We pay $200 a month for each of us, and the cool part is, like I said, if we had 10 kids, it'll never go over $100 a piece. It's locked at $100 a piece. But if you're a person that is an expat or a digital nomad and you're coming to Colombia, you need to get what's called international health insurance, not travel insurance. That's different. Your travel insurance is for short trips. Your international health insurance, it covers you. And this is most countries. If you go into Brazil or if you're going to Portugal, most countries, when you decide to get a digital nomad visa or any type of visa in that country, they're going to ask you, do you have international health insurance? The one for Blue Cross Blue Shield, I think it's called Blue Go. The one that we always recommend that's really good is through IMG International Health Insurance. It covers you for the year or the 2 years of your visa. So by the time your visa is up, you renew your insurance. Like one brother, Andrea did his visa for him. His visa is up at the end of June. Andrea's helping him out right now getting his next level visa. So he'll be getting this time he'll get a 2-year visa. And so IMG International Health Insurance will cover him in Colombia, but it covers him in any country that he goes to. So even if he wasn't here in Colombia, he decided to go to Thailand, that international health insurance covers him in any country he goes to. So remember, there's one thing that's called travel insurance. That's to cover you, for short trips. But international health insurance is what they want for your visa in most countries. So that's what guys, if you're going to be looking for something, look for that. And like I said, IMG has an excellent international health insurance package. My man, Black Empowerment Man 101 and 01 in the building. Salute to you, brother. I'm glad that you're here, man. And Link Johnson in the building. First time. Oh man, welcome to the family, brother.
It's so lovely to be here tonight. What a beautiful. Give yourselves a round of applause. You're so lovely. Everyone's so lovely. And while you're in the clapping mood, I'd like to give a big round of applause to my band, Sexual Chocolate.
Sexual Chocolate.
They play so fine, don't you agree?
He said, Andrea about to preach. Let's go. Yeah, man, listen, I'm not, the other thing is I can't project and throw my voice like I used to. So I got to be kind of, like I said, kind of be mild-mannered Clark Kent, but yet I'm still Superman underneath. and so until I get the voice coaching, I'm just going to have to make sure that I'm careful with my voice, like I said. And like I said, it's only been a week since the surgery, and they did an excellent job. Beautiful hospital. It wasn't, you watch the movies, you think that you're in war-torn Germany. If you watch the movies about Colombia, South American hospitals, that's not true. They got hospitals that rival ours. Medellin has of the top 12 hospitals in South America, Medellin has 7 of them. So all you guys that are in Medellin, they've got excellent hospitals there as well. Zachary Brown is in the building. We got 150 people in the building. Click that like button. I like you. Make sure you like us too, because you already know.
Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth. Yeah. Oh yeah.
And shout out to my man Uriah, my favorite Bible name in the building. He said, welcome back, Dre. Support Black male media. Thank you guys for the super chats, the cash apps, and most of all tonight, thank you guys for being a part of the Black Men's Travel or the Passport Bros app.
Hey, Globetrotters! Are you ready to elevate your travel game and make every trip unforgettable? Get ready to revolutionize your adventures with Passport Bros app, your ticket to turning passion into profit. With Passport Bros, your travel videos and posts aren't just memories, they're money makers. Share your awe-inspiring experiences with the world and watch your bank account grow with every click. But wait, there's more. Connect with a vibrant community of fellow explorers, where camaraderie knows no borders. Exchange insider tips, forge lasting friendships, and create memories that last a lifetime. And that's not all. Gain access to exclusive discounts on accommodations, from cozy boutique hotels to luxurious resorts, ensuring you can travel in style without breaking the bank. So why settle for ordinary when you can experience the extraordinary? Join the Passport Bros app today and unlock a world of adventure, connection, and endless possibilities. Download the app now and let the journey of a lifetime begin.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.
All right. And I have the link. To the app at the top of the chat. You see the Patreon link and you see the link for the Passport Bro app. We want to have at least 25 guys download as well as support this form of black male media. My man 1D forever in the building. Peace to you, brother, as well. Shout out to you and my man EMB in the building. The NFL draft is tomorrow. I'm excited, guys. I'm excited and I'm nervous because my Raiders are looking good this year. I didn't know this. Raiders we were in the top 10 offense and in the top 10 defense in the NFL last year. And when I went and looked at those highlights, we look pretty good. We just one quarterback away. We got our running backs, we got our receivers, we got our safeties. We can always use some linebackers. Our defensive line is going to be crazy this year. And so, yeah, I'm excited about the NFL draft tomorrow. So shout out to you guys. Well, Prophet is in the building. Shout out to you, brother. He said, glad that you're back in the groove. I am, man. It's good to be back with you guys. And I'm glad to see you guys supported and encouraged Andrea when she was here as well. I appreciate that, guys. We got 144 in the building. Click that like button. We like you. Make sure that you like us too. Once again, today's topic is the brothers and the sisters versus the church, the black church versus the Passport Bro movement, and why the Passport Bro movement even was birthed. One of the things that birthed this movement was the black church. So we're going to talk about that as well as my brother. Let me scroll down a little bit. Charles Moreland in the building. He said, sounds like it. He said, you sound good, brother. Side note, I got some new gear for lives and videos. So should drop more, and got StreamYard, and you got Opus clips. Brothers, if you are a YouTuber, and today was the day, because I'm putting together a YouTube course. And so today was the day I put together all the things I didn't get a chance to talk to you guys about on the other video when we talked about how we made over $500,000 on YouTube in the last 5 years. And that's not an exaggeration. We've actually made $500,000 in the last 5 years by way of YouTube, and our other 4 to 5 channels, our affiliate links, everything from t-shirt sales to consultations to Patreon to all of it together equated to over $500,000 in 5 years. So when I sit back and I could tell you guys the ups and downs and ins and outs, and you guys know I stay on learner mode when these cameras go off. I spend more hours sitting here just studying YouTube to be better at this craft than I do on camera. You guys know I can do 5-6 hour live streams. And so I'm putting together a course that is thorough. All the apps, all the websites such as Opus Clips. When you guys see me dropping those YouTube shorts lately, like mixtapes, like you say, man, every time you turn around, Andre's doing notifications. Because Opus Clips could take this whole live stream, and all I got to do is put the link in there, and it literally will break all the live streams down in this whole live stream if I wanted to, or I could just use a portion of it, and it'll break it down into 30-second clips, 15-second clips, 60-second clips. The decision is up to me. And so now with President Trump on trial on our political channel, I'm dropping clips over there while I'm dropping TD Jakes over here. While I'm dropping travel on Travel Unravel, I'm dropping travel clips over there. So all the other channels are getting at the same time, they're getting videos, and I haven't done anything extra. It probably take me maybe 10 minutes to set everything up with the Opus Clip video. Drop the video, let Opus Clip do what it does. It'll break the videos down, and I get to choose which one, and it'll allow you to drop. The cool thing about Opus Clips, it'll allow you to drop your YouTube shorts on all the platforms, and you can schedule it. So I'll give you a perfect example, and we're gonna keep going. With Opus Clip, let's say I take a link with TD Jakes. That's what I did. Somebody did a video on TD Jakes. I took that, I went to their page, grabbed it, took the link, Opus Clips, broke it down into 15-second to 30-second YouTube clips for me, right? I could drop each one of those clips, and this is what I do. I drop it on our Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at the same time. And I can schedule them out at the same time or separately. So I could have it drop on the same video. I could have it drop right now on YouTube. Then when it says, then it allows me to, with that same 15-second clip, it allows you to scroll down and say, okay, I want to drop this one on Twitter at 12 o'clock in the morning. And then you can say, you scroll down, you say, well, I want to drop it right now on Instagram. Bam, push now. And then you say, no, on Facebook, I want to drop it at. So you could drop it at separate times, or literally you could put it in for the exact same time. And so I'll have like 10, 15 videos already set up for like the next 4 or 5 days on Bishop Jakes. And now why would a YouTuber do the YouTube shorts? Why do the shorts? Shorts don't make any money unless you're doing 100 million per month, because your YouTube subscriber counts. If you're a YouTuber, you're not doing YouTube shorts, bruh. You talking about your subscriber. We've gotten, in the last 4 days of me doing Bishop Jakes, about 600 new subscribers. On the other channel, doing President Trump for 2 days, we got 250 new subscribers. Just for 2 days, for 10 minutes of work. So when I say take advantage of Opus Clip, man, I'm telling you, it's a godsend. And it lets you change the titles if you don't like the title. Man, listen. Shout out to you, Charles. He said, we got these out. Shout out to you. He said, what's my word of the day? I really don't have one. I've been studying. I can't say that much. Since I realized, the value of words, I'm like, Andre, go ahead and study, man. Then I got a Colombian brother that I'm really cool with, that I want to really just hang out with a lot more too. And so even though he's fluent in English, I do want to get my Spanish down pat. And I've been saying that for a hot minute, but I think this surgery opened up my eyes. Shout out to my man Growth in the building. Growth Kofa in the building. He said, good to see you back. It's good to be back, brother. Charles said, what's up, everyone? He said, be clear. He said, to be real for a second, who cares what the black church has to? This is true. This is true. At the end, when the cameras go off, we are living our lives. We are doing what we're supposed to do, what we've been called to do. In the Bible, God told Abraham's dad to leave. Don't worry about what the rest of the family got to say. You take Abraham and your kids and you get yonder. When it was Abraham's turn, God told Abraham, I know we told your dad to get yonder. Now it's your turn to get yonder. When it was time for Isaac, And when time for Jacob, same thing. You got to get yonder. When it's time for Isaac, same thing. Get yonder. Find you a woman somewhere else. There's several times in the Bible where God told somebody, you got to go, bruh. You got to leave your family. You got to leave what's comfortable. I'm going to introduce you to a new life, and I'm going to introduce you to a new wife. Constantly throughout the book of Genesis. Even Moses, even when he was on the run, who did he run into? His wife, future wife. So it's several times where, but these church sisters ain't gonna tell you that. They ain't gonna even tell you that the church sister of Ruth, the book of Ruth, what did she do? Did she stay in her hometown to get her Boaz, her husband? Or did she find her husband in a new land? She found Boaz in a new land. But all these church sisters want to talk about, I want my Boaz, but they ain't willing to do what Ruth did to get a Boaz. Sometimes God make passport sisters too. My man E-Man is in building. Shout out to you, brother, for being here. And man, Buzz Rad in the but let me get the Busy Rad in the building. Shout out to you, brother, for being here. Sound great, coach. Thank you very much for being here, Rad. Cologne of the night. I got some links coming through for us too, some discount links, guys, that I got coming through some of the cologne distributors. Cologne of the night is Mancera's Cedric Bourgeois. Cedric Bourgeois. It is a very, you know how I always tell you guys there's some colognes that are good for sex or sleep. This is one of them. Very, very, very fresh, clean, straight out the shower. You put this cologne on. It's one of those colognes that you can't even put on too much because it doesn't project like that. It's perfect for those intimate moments where you really own somebody and you know that you're going to be sweating and the cologne to be coming out your pores. This is one of those. It's not strong at all. It's not. Now, if you're trying to meet you want the chick from the other side of the club to smell you, this ain't the one you want to put on. But one that you want to put on for the evening or when you want to have those intimate moments, this is what this is. Once again, Mancera's. Oh, here we go. Once again, Mancera's Cedric Bourgeois. Really, really good cologne. Really, I mean, it smells so clean. And Mancera's, just the whole set of Mancera's is always a good cologne set to have. Once again, my man Iman is in the building. I'm gonna let you guys know something. I do not have time to go through all the shout outs, guys. We're gonna stop right here with my man Hilltop. Shout out to you, brother. Traveling everywhere. I like that. Shalom. Yes, sir. And my man Kevin Crawford. But there's a lot of you guys in here as well. Let's get started with the videos. I'm about to pull the videos up for us real quick. And like I mentioned, we're gonna start with the video talking about let's pause that. We're gonna start with the video that we did before. We're not gonna go through the whole thing, but just a small few-minute clip of the passport bros versus the church bros and what they had to say about us. And then we're going to go into the clip when it comes to the sisters and why and how the sisters were actually the ones that created the passport bro movement with some of the behavior that was going on, not on the outside of the church, but also on the inside of the church. So let's get ready to get started. Can you guys hear that, or is the audio off? Let me scroll down to where you guys are. That's what I thought. No sound. Give me a sec. Okay. Okay. That was me. Cool. Thanks for letting me know, guys. I may have grabbed the wrong video. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let me pull this video out. Remove from studio. Let me go back here. And now let me go here to make sure I pull the right one. I may have grabbed the wrong video at that time period. Thanks, guys. I just wanted to make sure that wasn't me. Wait a minute. Oh, that was me. That was me. Let's see. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, that was my fault. I see what I did wrong. We're going to go directly to, I know what I'll do. I'll upload it and we'll go directly to the passport sisters.
Can't multiply, so let me put that.
Okay. So let's just go directly to the passport sisters. We'll come back to the bros.
What are you looking for in a man?
Now, the question that has often been presented to the church, to church women, is what are you looking for in a man? Not what a man should be looking for in you, or what you have to offer a man, or what do you bring to the table? These ideas have been thrusted or presented in the church so often that nobody ever asks what the man is looking for. You ever notice that? Once again, our topic tonight centers around what are some of the behavior patterns in some of these church sisters that brought to life, that helped to bring to life the passport bro movement, as well as when brothers just start, I ain't going to church, I'm watching a game today. And some of it is just what the pastor asked. What are you looking for in a man? But nobody ever asked church men when we were in church, what are we looking for in a woman? And do these women qualify? But let's hear what these sisters have to say.
So let me say this before I say, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Before I say what I want, what I desire in a man, let me say this. There is nothing that a man I love couldn't put in my hands and I multiply it. Nothing.
That's fact.
I don't care if he worked at Burger King. By the time we get finished, he gonna own a chain of them. There is.
Now, remember what Kevin Samuels used to, let me pull me back up. Remember what Kevin Samuels used to say? Kevin Samuels say, would you love a man where he is if he could not go any further in life? In other words, you met him at $45,000 a year, and 9 times out of 10, he might make it to $49,000. But could you love that man where he's at? She comes right out the gate. First of all, whatever a man puts in my hand, even if he works at Burger King, I will take it and multiply it, and he'll have a chain of Burger Kings. Notice, if you look at this woman's hand, she's not married. You know why? Because what she just said, she couldn't do. No matter what man came into her life, she was not able to multiply what he has. Because any man that has a woman that can multiply what he has, she's a keeper. But since she's all cap, and listen to the church sisters just about to be jumping up and down, yelling, yes, I can do that. We all know that's cap. And that's what made men start saying, Pastor, are you serious? And they start leaving the church or going to other churches or even other beliefs or just getting their passports. Because first sign was women always assume that they can change you, that it's because of them that you were fruitful, that you were not because of your hard work and your blood, sweat, and tears that you put off into it, but because of them. And like Kevin said, Can these women be satisfied with you on the level of life? Every time a woman called into Kevin Samuels, one of the things that they would say, well, if he makes 55, well, I would be with him, but I know because he had the type of guy I would be with, he'll have the potential to make 90, 150,000. Kevin will have to correct them. He say, no. I'm saying that there are men out there that the most that they will make is $45,000 a year, and you'll have 45,000. Can you be with that man and y'all have a family with $90,000? Can you do that? And just like with this church sister coming out the gate, they can't do that. Shout out to my man International Quiet Storm in the building. They can't do that. And so since men realize that even sisters in the church can't let a man be who he is or meet him on the level of life that he's in without trying to change us for what they want, because you already know, fellas, let's be real. Let's be real with this. If a woman in the States were to help you like Angela Bassett and Waiting to Exhale, help you, I was your lover and your secretary. 7 days of the week, 11 years I sacrificed, and you would leave me for a white girl. If those women in that church were like Angela Bassett, what would they do? The same thing Angela Bassett did. What did she do? I won't have. A lot of times men realize early. A lot of us passport bros realize early. A lot of times sisters in the States will build you to take from you. You nothing but a Bitcoin to some of these women. I'll say that again. Some of these women, you are nothing but a Bitcoin. They're looking at you as a long-term investment, not a husband. See, I got a chance to see what a wife is when I got a chance to live the soft guy era this week. I'm talking about your girl spoiled your boy as if I was 3 years old, man. I was in no pain. Andrea was like, make sure of this. I'm going to get you an appointment for this. I got to go take you this. I'm going to make you a homemade soup for every day homemade soups. I'm talking about chopping up the ingredients. Said nothing, no Campbell's, nothing. Made sure my pillows were fluffed. Made sure that I did everything I need to do. One of the reasons why I won't lie to you guys. I won't lie, and I'm going to be honest. One of the reasons I enjoy being married in Colombia, it has a 9% divorce rate. And here in Colombia, your woman can't just leave you in the name of money. Well, I don't love my husband no more. You better work it out. That's what Colombian courts will tell your wife. Did y'all go to counselor? Y'all better work it out. That's why they got a 9% divorce rate. Colombia gives you a list of what with the requirements of a divorce. And if you don't hit none of that list, your woman can't walk out on you and take 50%, not like in the States. And in Colombia, that person can only take 50% of what you guys got together. So if you came in with 4 million, you leave with 4 million, and you just got to split whatever it is you guys got together. Like Colombian courts, they will make you sell the house. If you guys haven't come to an agreement with the house, they'll make you sell the house, the car, everything you acquired under the umbrella of the marriage. But your 4 million that you came in with, that's yours. In Colombia, there is no, if she comes in with 4 million, you can't take half of her. You can't take half of her hard-earned money. All you can take is what you guys still own under the umbrella of your marriage. You take that and you split that part 50-50. But all your money, not like the States. So like I said, this woman said, if he's working at Burger King, when the last time you said, I'm so tired of these sisters giving us cap. And that's another reason why men start leaving the church, because we start realizing, like, wait a minute. These same sisters that's jumping up and down talking about, if he worked at Burger King, I could make him flip it into franchises, several Burger King franchise. Brother, you know, and I know, if you worked at Burger King at our age and stage of life, or the stage that this woman is, let me move me back out the way. You know, if you worked at Burger King at that stage of life, there is no way, if you were a man that was date her that age, that she would accept you as a Burger King worker. And no, she doesn't have any ring on that finger. Drizzle, drizzle. So when they sit up here, all you're going to be hearing for the next few minutes is a bunch of lies. Because when the microphone is off, you're going to see why men decide to leave, because men would sit up there in the church and see pastor telling barefaced lies. Seeing the church mothers co-signing barefaced lies. Come on now. For those of us that was like halfway saved, those of us men that was halfway saved, I know me. When I wasn't really, I was serious about God, but I wasn't serious about church sisters. I'm going to say this again. Some of us brothers are serious. We love God, but we don't love them church sisters. We be smashing. I'm the only one that was smashing church sisters. I'm the only one that was running rampant through the pastor's daughter, 3 in the choir, the church announcer that made all the church announcements. I'm smashing her. And the woman that made the good macaroni and cheese. I'm smashing her too. Oh, I'm the only one, huh, that ever smashed church sisters. How many church sisters you come to me and take me out to? Dude, I'm sitting back thinking about the soft guy life. You know how many church sisters was spoiling me? Brother Spence, what you doing right now? Nothing. I'm about to go home. Let me take you out to lunch, brother. The Lord had put on my heart to bless you. Has he? Yes, I want to take you out to lunch. I had one church sister literally tell me, she said, you ain't got to be my man. She came to me like Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1, where it says, in the last days, 8 women will come to one man and say, we will pay for all the food, we'll pay for the housing, we'll pay for the clothes. Once again, Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1. In the last days, 8 women will go to one man and say, we'll pay for everything. Everything, whatever you want, you got it. Just take away our shame. And that's what the Bible says. Just take away our shame of being single women. I literally had church sisters come to me saying, God, come on, how many of y'all have smashed church sisters that said, God told me you my husband? I had one chick call me from California that I hadn't talked to in years. She went through her hot girl summers, plural. Call me, bruh, from Oakland. Call me from Oakland. I ain't been to Oakland in years. God told me that you the one. Wait a minute, you been throwing that church coochie around, and that. Come on, guys. I ain't throwing. See, y'all trying to sit up there and be all pious. I'm saying that all of us had something to still work on, even though we was in church and we still love God. So when I sit back and I see sisters talking about what they would do to change a man, they ain't, because they won't give these dudes a chance. This sister should have started her conversation off differently. But to sit up there and talk about something, if I had a man, even if he worked in Burger King, I would no, she wouldn't. Now, passport bros. Would a Colombian or Brazilian be down with they do even if he worked in a Burger King? I put a 1 in the chat because I already know what the answer to that is. I'll say that again. Would a Colombian, put a 1 in the chat if you believe that a Colombian woman or Brazilian woman, Mexican woman, Southeast Asian woman, even if her man was working in the Burger King and only had 1 motorcycle for the family, and she fine, would she still be down with her man? I see those ones in the comments. You know why? Because we see it all the time. Regular everyday dudes with the hottest chicks in South America. Regular everyday dudes. Then you know they ain't got no job no higher than Burger King. See, so what these sisters in the States have caused the passport bro movement to go to where women actually doing what women in the States are saying. So I want you to hear this. Watch this video. I'm gonna let it ride a little bit. Everything that she says, you're gonna notice that women in other countries are doing. I'm going to repeat this. When she says something that they would do or what they would want or what they would desire, notice other women in other countries are either doing and that's what they're getting. But the women in the United States, they ain't getting that. They just talking that talk. Let me let this video ride.
Nothing. There is nothing a man I love couldn't put in my hand.
What are you looking for in a man?
So let me say this before I say, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Before I say what I want, what I desire in a man, let me say this. There is nothing that a man I love couldn't put in my hands and I multiply it. Nothing.
That's fact.
I don't care if he worked at Burger King. By the time we get finished, he gonna own a chain of them. There is nothing a man I love couldn't put in my hands and I can't multiply. So let me put that right here. Let me say what I desire. The Bible doesn't give a whole lot of information necessarily on how we date. But we can look at the characteristics of God to determine what type of person we want. So I'm not telling you a person that I want to date. I'm telling you what I want from a husband.
Fact.
So from a husband, I desire a man who has very clear vision.
Yes.
He is clear about purpose and destiny, not just for himself, but a man who you marry has to be able to cultivate what is in and on you as well. So I can't have a man who is unclear about where he is going and who is intimidated by what and who I am. He has to be able to help me cultivate what I am as well. So I desire clear vision. I desire clear purpose. I need definition. I'm not a go with the flow type of woman. I need to know where we going, what we doing, what's the destination. I thrive. Hear this. I thrive when I know what's going on, and I shouldn't have to ask you. I need you to lay out the plan for us. Take me on a drive.
Go ahead, go stand up.
Wait a minute, hold on. Listen, I don't care if you gotta put me in a car. We ain't gotta have no money at this point, but hold on. Put me in a car, drive me around, talk to me. Tell me, baby, this is what we're getting ready to do. This is the land that I desire to buy. These are the businesses that I desire to have. This is what I want. Make it clear. I thrive in clarity. The Bible says that God is not the author of confusion. So I ought to know exactly where I stand with you.
Y'all see y'all sisters shouting. Once again, it looks like a woman's convention, so I'm not going to sit back and say that this is an all-female church. But let's go over what she said. She said she wants a clear vision. She said she needs a man that can help her become her. She said she needs a definition of what we're going to be doing. And she said, what's the plan? And here's the last one. Y'all ready? She said, and you don't need no money. Okay. She started off by saying it don't matter if he work in a Burger King. And she ended off by saying it don't matter. You don't need to have any money. Gentlemen, do you think that that's true? Thank you, babe. Do you think that that's true? That you could start off with an American woman and you working in Burger King and she gonna give you that number. Some of you guys are architects. Some of you guys are military guys. Some of you guys are truck drivers. You own one truck or two trucks. Some of you guys have been working at the factory, the foundry. Some of you guys are in sales. Some of you guys are retirees. And your money is solid. And I mean solid. If these women talk to you like you trash, and you sat back, you was like, I ain't about to deal with this dating here. So for this sister to sit back and say that if they off microphone or off camera don't know how to treat a man off camera. And she talking Burger King and all this. We all know, brothers, that's cap. That's one of the reasons why the Passport Bros movement began, because we got tired of being lied to and lied about. I'm going to say this again. Men in the States, no matter what race, color, creed, we got tired of being lied to and lied about. She said up there, she said, the vision is clear. When the last time, now remember, when I mentioned this, everything on this list that she just said, you find it from women treating men like that in other countries. You see the Philippine guy can get that type of love or appreciation from his woman. You see the Colombian dude. Some of us see the Colombian dude out there with a windshield wiper, and he wiping windshield. And who's sitting right over there on the ground? His woman. Some dude's got making arepas. He's got a street cart. He's making food for people for lunch. And who's sitting over there right with them with a big booty? His woman. Some of you guys are there in Brazil, like my man El Guapo. Shout out to El Guapo in the building. And you see average looking dudes with some of the most beautiful women and their child, to where, you know, in the States, man, oh man, she'd be stepping out of a Lamborghini. She's so fine. So all that these women are saying that they would do in the States, women in other countries ain't seeing nothing, and they were raised to automatically do this. Like I said, if you ain't got much, a woman in the States ain't gonna be there for you. That's another way that the Passport Bro movement was bred. Number two, she said, clear vision. Every time a man in the States try to tell you, babe, we need to move. I got a job offer in Milwaukee, babe. Milwaukee, I ain't moving to no Milwaukee. What's in Milwaukee? I ain't moving over there. I know a story, a true story. True story. Guy said, I don't know how. He said, I got a small job in this amazing story. This brother, true story, had a job in Ypsilanti, Michigan. Wasn't paying much, but he was a good dude. He was a church dude. He was married, had a son. He ended up telling his wife, God told me to go to Texas. He was going to bless me with a job there that's better. He said, I'm going to have you stay here with the family. I'm going to come back for you guys once I'm established. She cussed him out. She fussed him out and told him his vision was crazy. The brother went to Texas, stayed in a homeless shelter. In that homeless shelter, they had an electrical program where you could become an apprentice. He was such a hard worker in that homeless shelter that one of the major electrical companies or engineering, technicians end up bringing him on. This brother not only went from a homeless shelter to being an intern for an electric company, or electrical repair business, he ended up establishing his own business. And since he was a church dude, he had connections. This dude ended up doing the electrical work for churches in Dallas, the size of the Potter's House and the size of Joel Osteen's church in Houston. This dude, within 2 years, was worth $250,000, had several trucks and several people up under him. He had been in contact with his wife and son the whole time. Told his wife, come on down. Wife said, I'm not leaving Ypsilanti, Michigan, as if Ypsilanti is a major place, right? Come to find out, the wife and her best friend were sleeping with the same guy in Ypsilanti, Michigan. Not this guy that's in Texas, but behind his back, his wife was cheating, and she was cheating with her husband, who was in Texas, with the same guy that her best friend was cheating on her husband that was there still in Ypsilanti. Guess what ended up happening? She never went to Texas. She ended up, her and the best friend ended up in the hospital because the guy that they were cheating with had full-blown AIDS. So when women in the States say, I'll follow your clear vision, and if God tell them it's time for us to tells you it's time for us to move out of this state, there's opportunities for us in another city. There are a lot of women that ain't going nowhere, fellas, and we know that. But we see these Venezuelans and their wife or girlfriend and their kids walking from Venezuela all the way to the United States. Like I said, everything that this woman just said, you passport bros, you expats and blue book gentlemen, passport kings, you'll see it from women, how women treat men in another country. They follow the vision in another country, but you can't even get a woman to follow you to another city in the United States. Next thing she said, I need a man that can help me become me. I need a man. Did the Bible say that Adam was to help me, or was she to help me? Was she? See, in our household, my wife has no problem with submission. You know why? Because I mentioned to her and gave her the definition of the word submit. We have a mission. Andrea will tell you, I'm the leader of the house. It's my responsibility. We have a mission. I set this mission. We have a sub-mission. All the other things that need to be taken care of in this home that I can't do on my own to accomplish the mission. So I focus on the mission, and Andrea focuses on the submission, and all this runs smooth. I'm not naive enough to know that this mission could not come to pass if the other person wasn't focused on being submissive with the submission. You see how I did that? And so my wife ain't got no problem with submissiveness, because she knows that she's taking care of everything else so the mission of the family can get done. But sisters in the States, once again, the creation of the passport bros came to pass because they all talk, but they ain't doing it. But you see women in other countries, they ain't talking like this, but they doing it. The next thing she said, she needs a definite plan. Nothing in life is guaranteed. A lot of times these sisters ask for things because they just want it to be safety. They want to make sure that everything is perfect. Nothing in life is perfect. Nothing in life. Andrea says this to me. There is no law that says that I can't pass on before you do, Andre. She said there's no laws that says just because you're older than me that you'll pass on before me. She said I could be the first one to pass on. There's nothing guaranteed in this life. So when these women sit back and say, I need something defined, I need something solid, rock solid, there is nothing in life that's rock solid. All we can do is just walk by faith and not by sight. The next thing, but they aren't going to do that with you. They need everything to be solidified. Now, wait a minute. If God told you we're going to move to Texas, that means that you should have an apartment there. We should already have 3 cars there. We should have at least the school system already set up. Everything. Several times God told somebody to go somewhere and wasn't nothing set up yet. I'm sitting up here watching these Venezuelan women and women from other countries walk to the United States. They don't know what's there, but they believe in what their man got to do. But you ain't gonna get that from women in the States. She said, I need a plan. I need a plan. What are you planning on us doing when we get there? What's the plan? Nothing wrong with what she said, but she's just talking to be talking. And women in the States, I noticed it with the church. We have a tendency of not listening, but we'll shout. We have a tendency of not listening, but we'll shout, especially in the black church. I learned to, being a man, I'm analytical, and I'm sitting up there watching the pastor. He'll say something. I'm like, man, that ain't what that scripture is saying. And the church sisters will be running up and down, crying, doing backward flips and everything else. This is what breeds men that decided, I don't want to go to church in this country. I want to go to church. Men love God. God blesses our lives. But we ain't trying to deal with the BS in the black church anymore. We're tired of playing stupid. This is the part. Being in the black church, playing stupid, and coming out your pocket at the same time. It's one thing if I'm just sitting up there missing the football game, but I'm with my wife and kids, cool. But then the offering plate comes around. And you know, Bishop Jakes, he got to have his money, and you can't tell him no. You got to tell him no. So at the end of the day, I shouldn't have stressed my voice like that, but at the end of the day, guys, I'm telling you, sisters are talking. Women in other countries are doing. Let me pull this back up for us.
Hear this. I ought to know exactly where I stand with you, and I ought to know where I fit in your life. I'm not competing with your mama, your sister, your daughters, your dog. My space. Hear this. My space.
They said that you're not competing. She's not competing with anybody. But you, as a man in the States, you got to compete with what her mama got to say. Come on now. How many times have we had to compete with what her girlfriends got to say? Let's be real. I'm not coming, like, once again, let's quick public service announcement. I'm not coming at the sisters. I'm not in this live stream. I'm not coming at the black church in this live stream. I'm saying that these are some of the things that help breed the passport bro movement, and this is why it's growing so fast in the black community. To whereas, let's put it like this: the passport bro movement is growing faster than the black church. Can we be honest with that? We know the black church has been stagnant for years, but the passport bro movement hasn't, and that's sad. The passport bro movement is growing faster. No, we're not as large, but we're growing faster than the black church is growing. The black church is on a decline, statistically, been for years. We know that. When us men start leaving, it was on a decline. It didn't take a Bishop Jakes or Eddie Long for us to realize what was going on in the black church. We grew up seeing that mess. But at the end of the day, when these sisters sit back and hoop and holler and do all these antics, and they say that I don't want to be number two to anybody, but then they put you number two to everybody. All you guys that are stepdads, I'm happy for you. I am. I can't do it again. I did 14 years of being a stepdad to some great kids. I'll say that again. I have no complaints about when I was a stepdad, but even a person who was a stepdad for 14 years to some wonderful kids, guess what? I would never curse my life like that again. They come in as a package deal, and guess how they leave? After all your hard work, after all your efforts, and I'm not bitter about it, they leave as a package deal, and that's the laws of nature. That's why I said I would never do that again. 61% of all divorces are filed by men in blended families. In other words, if there's any step parenting involved, 61% of the divorce. Now, blended families, the regular couples divorce at a 50% rate. We all know that, like 51%. Blended families, divorce at a 66% rate. That means that if you decide to be a stepdaddy, you got a 66% chance of it ain't gonna work, bro. And of that 66% that decide to leave, 61% of the time is the husband coming with the paperwork. 61% of the time is the stepdaddy is like, I can't do this. Why? I could never be number one. You see how I did that? She wants you to put her number one. I don't want to be number two to your mama, to your cousins. But if you marry any of the women that's shouting, you ain't gonna be number one. Them kids gonna come first. Them kids, whether you want to admit it or not as a stepdaddy, those kids, daddy comes second, or daddies come second. She ain't gonna tell those kids that they can't see their daddy because you in their life. Number 3 is those kids' daddy's parents. A lot of times we don't want to talk about the influence of the parents, his parents, in the life of the children in your household. So now you got kids in front of you when it comes to her love. You got the kids' fathers and the kids' parents ahead of you when it comes to her love. Because if those kids tell anything to their granddaddy coming right to that house to see what's going on. And you know it, coming right to your front porch that you pay for to see what's going on. Even if those kids told a barefaced lie. And then trickle down, here you come, 4th, 5th place. Everybody's in front of you. Not including her mama. And her friends' opinions. And in today's world, social media. So when these women sit back and they say they don't want to be second to anybody else, but they treat you secondly. But then once again, you go to other countries, the husband, whatever he's saying, or even in many cases, the boyfriend, whatever he's saying, it's like the Pharaoh spoken. Thus saith the king. And the father and everybody else in the situation, they understands that. Here in Colombia, I'm gonna tell you something. Some of you guys may even, a professor may even remember this when he was in Colombia. Shout out to Professor being here. I'm gonna get to the super chats in a moment, guys. Here in Colombia, if a young lady is dating a guy and she goes over to his apartment like 4 times and stays the night like 4 or 5 times, you know what they do here in Colombia? And I've seen this a couple times. She's yours. Professor, am I lying? Let a female stay over your let's say you move to Colombia and you got a female and she's staying over to your place and she's still living with a Colombian family, because you know here in Colombia, no matter what age you are, women usually stay with the family until they officially married. If she come over to your place like 4 or 5 times, you know what Colombian family will say? Next time she come back, get her bags. She's yours. Whether you want to keep her as a girlfriend or a future wife, she's yours. Because they look at you as, if she wants to be up under the umbrella of you like that intimately, that much, then that intimacy comes with all the other things that come along with her. She's all yours. They're not going to interrupt it. They're not going to sit back and say, well, we're still the parent. No, she's yours, bro. And this is not something I heard. This is something I've seen several times. Several times. She's yours. But what's my point? Professor says she's in love too. If she's making you a rapist and quesos, that's true. That's true. That's true. She irons my socks. That is so true. Let me get to these super chats. Shout out to you guys. Let me get back here. Let me see where I was. Shout out to my brother in the building, Mr. Smith himself. He says, Andre, I'm looking forward to my digital nomad lifestyle, man. You'll love it here. Colombia, you only need to prove that you are making $684 a month online. And so it's real simple to apply. Like I said, Andre helps guys out. Andre's done all my visas, and she's helped out a few other guys. And she got another guy that she helped out. He got his 1-year visa, and now his visa is going to be up in a couple of months. So now they're working right now together to get everything together for his second visa. Do you have Theo's information somewhere on your platform? I appreciate you looking out for us. Theo, you can look for Theo at theowaff@gmail.com. That's Theo's. Let me put it right here for you guys. Yeah, Theo is just, it's really, Theo got his simple. WAF@gmail.com. Okay, spell Gmail right, Andre. Get it together, brother. There we go. Post that. Remember, guys, we got 183 in here. Our goal for today for individuals that sign up to the Passport Bro app to support these brothers and what they're doing. And it's so simple and it's free to sign up. The link is at the top of the chat. Just go to the top of the chat right now, at least 25 dudes, and don't be looking at, because we all do that. We'll be like, well, I'll let the next man sign up, and I'm busy right now. Man, support Black Male Media. 25 dudes, real quick, sign up for the Passport Bro app. Shout out to you guys for supporting that brother, Aaron, and what Black Men's Travel. Great channel. Top Gun in the building, my man. Top Gun, count down, brother. Count down. I'm looking forward to see you again, brother. I really am. International Quiet Storm is in the building. You already know when you see the International Quiet Storm, that means that you got that Machismo TV.
Welcome to Machismo TV, the ultimate destination for modern men seeking to upgrade their lifestyle. Subscribe to Machismo TV and Saul T-Balls. We stream daily from 12 midnight to 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the best male-centric content. Highlight reels without reviewing or providing any editorial bias to the content. We have done so much, with so little for so long, we are now qualified to do anything, with nothing.
Oh, yeah. Make sure you guys go over to the channel, man. You guys are great. If you're a third shifter or a late second shifter, you need to be watching Machismo TV as well as Salty Balls. So make sure that you sign up for Saul's channel, Salty Balls, and Machismo TV. Those are a group of good guys, man, over there. Really good dudes. He said, Andre, I have a Mexican man who's a janitor at my work. He has been working here for 15 years. His Mexican wife came to bring him or take him out to lunch every day. Every day. She smiles every time she sees him and tells him she loves him. Bruh, I'm going to tell you this. I've been with Andrea for going on, this 6 years. It'll be our 5th year wedding anniversary this December. And I'm still getting used to somebody telling me that they love me this much every day. I mean, you got people, that love you and your family and stuff like that. But when somebody sincerely says it and they tell you that they appreciate you, they tell you that they respect you, that you're just getting hugs for no reason. I'll be sitting in here, all of a sudden, Andrea just walking here, just give me a hug, whisper, I love you, kiss on the cheek, and she'll just walk out. I mean, it's the little appreciations that women don't realize that could keep a man happy. And just like that Mexican brother for 15 years. And notice, she hadn't asked him, well, how come you haven't gotten another job, or you could get 2 jobs, or you could own the business? Why are you still the janitor? She's coming every day to bring him lunch or take him out to lunch. Happy as she wants. Can't tell her nothing. Can't tell him nothing. Like I said, the reason why I'm showing this video, because the movement for the Passport Bros start to happen when we start to realize that a lot of sisters, including our church sisters, are all cap. It's all cap. all that yelling, talking loud into the microphone, jumping up and down, the theatrics, it looks all good because we were raised in that environment. And not all church sisters are like that. I'm not putting everybody up under the same umbrella. But what I am saying is this, that what she's stating, as if she would do that with a man that's working at Burger King or a man that has no money, like she said, I call BS. I say that the reason why she doesn't have a ring on her finger is because she didn't get with the dude that liked her, but he just so happened to have a Burger King-ish job back in the day. I say the reason why she doesn't have a ring on her finger is because whatever man that she wanted didn't have enough money, or whatever man that wanted her didn't have enough money. So she been trying to hang around. What? Okay. Okay, I bring my voice down. Andrea's telling me to bring. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Andrea's telling me to bring my voice back down. I thought if I raised the mic, my voice wasn't loud. But at the end of the day, some of these women that are hooping and hollering and yelling, reason why they don't have that ring on their finger and that they're going to be living that cameo single life the rest of their lives is because everything that they're saying is BS. It's BS. And men, we felt for it. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say something for real. A lot of times we felt for what was the church sisters were saying because we were intimate with the church sisters. Thank you, babe. We were intimate with the church sisters. So therefore, as long as she was giving up that good love, hey, whatever you say, sister, I'm gonna pray for you, brother. Whatever, sister, just spread your legs. But then we got tired of that. Remember what I've been saying over the last couple of weeks. What's the problem with many of us with American women? That they don't ever want to admit about passport bros. The problem that American women, not all, because there's some amazing women in the States. I'll never say that there aren't any good women in the States. But the problem with many women, all we could get from them was sex and sexiness. And if you say that on the platform, these women will lose their mind. What do you mean? You could get you passport bros left because you couldn't get sex. No, boo. We left because we ran through y'all over and over and over and over again. We left because we was running through y'all, and by the time we hit a certain running through women in the States in your 20s and 30s, cool. By the time you hit your 40 pluses, you start to realize, like, whatever. You got your routine. You know what to say when you walk up on her. You know what's going to tickle her ear. You know how to get her back to the hotel room or to the bedroom. You like, or to you know it. In your 40s, you kind of like, it's osmosis. You could do it with your eyes closed. And so now you got the sex and you got the sexiness. And you're thinking to yourself like this. In your 40s, you think like, they ain't bringing nothing else to the table. And I'm talking about sisters with money too. I'm not talking about no broke Aisha, Keisha, LaWanda and them. I'm talking about Kimberly and them. Miss AKA, Ski Wheat and all that. Ski Wheat, all that. Yeah, all them. Come on, passport bros. You was running through all them with me. Don't act like you wasn't running through all them AKAs with me. All them sorority sisters got their legs up in the air for us. Come on. And I'm not talking about when they was in college. I'm talking about after college when they finally got to the position where they could get the 5-bedroom house. But that 5-bedroom house was so empty, they would call you for the booty call. You didn't even have to call them. You know how many 6-figure coochies I done ran through in my life? And some of you dudes were just like me. She may not have been 6 figures, but she had a good job. She was like almost high 5 figures. Why am I saying all that? That we said, okay, thank you for the sexiness. Thank you for the sex. You're not offering me anything else. So I'm going to take my passport and I'm going to go to other countries where I can get sexiness and sex, but they're bringing so much more to the table. That's what women don't realize about us passport bros. It's not that we couldn't get sex from you. It's the opposite. We got burned out and tired of only getting sexiness and sex from you. That's all you offered. That was it. That was it. You are some gorgeous women in the States when you do it right. Now, mind you, statistics say 70% of y'all are obese, but the other 30%, y'all fine. But y'all made having sex with y'all so easy. At least here in South America, if a dude was with a single woman and you a single man and y'all have sex, you dudes know you wake up the next morning, what's happening? Before you wake up, what's happening in Colombia or Brazil? She in that kitchen cooking you what? A hot meal. Some of you dudes ain't had a hot meal since before you got your passport. Before you got your passport, you ain't had a hot meal since your mama made once when you were young. And then you go to Brazil, and the female that you smashed the night before, she's waking up in the morning with a smile and a hot meal, barefoot and a big booty. All you got in the States was the sex and sexiness. That was it. And a lot of these women and these church women don't catch on to that. Shout out to my man IQS in the building. Shout, I'm glad that you're here. Beautiful Lies is in the building, man. Once again, I'm glad that you and the fellas had a great time in Brazil, man. I don't know if you guys are still there, but I know you guys had a good time from all the videos and live streams that you guys showed. Birthday men. He said, "Welcome back, Coach. Glad to hear your voice, boss." Yes, sir. I'm glad to hear it too. After not speaking for a week. We got 178 in the building. Click that like button. I like you. Make sure you like us too, because we already know.
Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Shout out to my man Mari Yahweh in the building. He says the church women all use that same script full of emotional, marry one, and you'll find out if she's a whole Jezebel, turning your home into a hell. Yeah. Yeah. That's the part that gets me when I sit back and what caught me about that video that we're about to continue watching. It wasn't what the women were saying. It was the fact that when the mic is off, they don't live that life. When the mic is off, they don't live their life. But then you go to other countries, ain't none of these women hooping or hollering or yelling, and yet and still, everything that the church sister said that she would do for a man, these women in other countries are doing. Shout out to my man with the pounds. I caught those euros. Farty's in the building as well. Shout out to you, brother. He said everything that passport brothers are looking for when they decide to leave the matrix can be summed up in one word: peace. That is so true. Even when Andrea and I have disagreements, I know at the end of the day is going to be some peace involved in the house. Ain't gonna be no bad energy. Ain't gonna be no attitudes. She may not agree with me. I might not agree with her in particular moments. We probably only had, like, in the last 5 years, maybe 5 true disagreements anyway. No hooping and hollering. And I kid you not, man. Peace. Man, I kid you not, man. I don't know if you guys ever did this in the States. Have you ever dated somebody and you pulled up to the house and you guys were staying together, and I broke my one rule, stay with somebody. Or I actually we had an apartment together, and I stayed with her, but we had an apartment together. I couldn't wait for that lease to get up. And have you ever pulled up in front of your house and you just sat there in a car? And that was your only place of peace. The traffic wasn't your place of peace. Being at work wasn't your place of peace. You know, when you get out and go to your home, that's not going to be your place of peace. There were times I drove past my own home on purpose. There were times, I kid you not, there were times I would drive past my own place. Now, this wasn't the marriage. The marriage was good. It just didn't work out. But in prior, years prior to, there are times where I would just take my car and I'd just drive. No destination. I'm all on the other side of township. I done left the city. I'm in the townships now. Just driving. Because I didn't want to go to a house full of fussing and cussing. Just didn't want to go in there. Church sisters. On Sunday, pastor laying hands on us, praying for us, that we're strong. Everybody see us as the upstanding couple. Get home, all that rah-rah. Man, I'm so glad I ain't got to deal with that world no more. And I'm so glad that you guys don't have to deal with it anymore. Shout out to Million Farty once again with the $2. He said, welcome back. Glad to see you. The Kobe 42 in the building. He said, even in church, he said it's the me show. All about me. Not the we show. Correct. Leadership is service. And they want that role, but do not want that responsibility. Good to see you. I'm glad to see you guys as well. And you are absolutely correct. They want to compete with us as equals to get that leadership role. But once they got it, they realize that pressure, like Kevin Samuels used to say, pressure is made for shoulders, not for hips. Most women ain't built for this. Some women are, but most women ain't built for the everyday pressures of life that men have to be up under that type of umbrella. Most women will never understand what men go through. Just think about if you had to walk through life for the most part and nobody ever asked you how you doing, but you always asking everybody else how they doing. You ask the kids, how y'all doing today? You ask your wife, hey baby, how you doing today? It's been eons since somebody asked you how you doing. Most men go through life haven't had a hot meal. You haven't had a paper plate, at least long a hot plate. You'll go through your marriage. Some of you guys will be married for 30 years. You ain't had one hot plate. Your woman ain't. Andrea just came here to ask me, babe, do you want another cup of coffee? Control your voice, babe. Most women don't give a dang back in the States. They ain't gonna bring a cup of coffee. Okay. Put in the comment section, when was the last time your woman made you a cup of coffee or brought you a cup of water? Any woman in the States. Last time y'all had a woman bring y'all a cup of coffee, she was the nurse at the hospital because something happened and you just had need to take a pill or two, so she brought you some water. When the last time y'all had a hot meal from somebody other than your mama? When you was young. But yet you're called, I'll say this again, you're called each morning to go out there and handle that world. And do it with a smile on your face. And act like you like it. Every day. For the rest of your life. Women ain't built for this type of pressure. Women can call themselves they want to be equal. They don't want to be equal. They want to be convenient. Like Kevin used to say, they want equality when it's convenient for them, but they don't want real equality. They don't want to live this life. I don't see how gay women do it. Listen, gay women, the dyke ones, listen, it's easy to be a dyke. Put the clothes on, pretend that you're a man, but you always got the option on the back of your head that if ever you want to go back to be a woman, you can. And take it from me, I done smashed some of the finest dykes that you've never seen. Ooh, I went through this dyke phase where I was just smashing hot dykes. Man, some of the finest women that you will ever smash is dykes that claim that they don't like me. I had a phase where I was like a dyke fest summer. It's like I was just running through dykes. Fine. Ooh, once they get them butchy clothes off, man, they bodies be banging. They put that baseball cap down and cover up them hazel eyes, but once you take that baseball cap off and they let their hair down, man, please. And guess what? Dykes orgasm just as fast as regular chicks. Who knew? So when I sit back and women be trying to pretend to be men, you can't fake this. This what we do. This ain't for the faint of heart. It's easy to be a dyke because you can run back over there and be a woman. But I'm telling you, what we do as men, it ain't for the faint of heart. That's why I have such a respect for manhood. Zayda's in the building. Shout out to you, brother.
It feels so lovely to be here tonight. What a beautiful, give yourselves a round of applause. You're so lovely. Everyone's so lovely. And while you're in the clapping mood, I'd like to give a big round of applause to my band, Sexual Chocolate. Sexual Chocolate. They play so fine, don't you agree?
Shout out to my brother in the building. He say, they saints on camera and sinners are bruh. Some of the wildest women that you will ever be with are them church girls. Them ex-strippers in church. You couldn't get that stripper for free while she was on that pole. I'm gonna say that again. While she was in Magic City throwing it, and you sit up there just throwing your money in the air. You couldn't get that. You couldn't get her for free. You couldn't get Cherokee, Pinky, Roxy Reynolds. You couldn't get none of them girls off stage for free. Jasmine Cashmere. You couldn't get none of them off that stage for free. Meet them in church, saved with that same freakiness. Now you got Jasmine Cashmere or Roxy Reynolds or Cherokee. The old Pinky, not the big girl, when she was fine. Now she in church, but she still got nasty tendencies. Bruh. Like I said, the strip club ain't where you go get the 304s. You go get the retired the retired strippers that's in the church. Man, listen. All inhibition is going down. I couldn't believe that sister took me out to dinner. She took me out to dinner, and it was like a negotiation. Brother Spence, can I talk to you? She was a cutie too. I don't want to lie. She was fine. She was professional. She's one of them AKA chicks. Cutie. And she said, I just want you to know I'm attracted to you. And she was like, I'll pay for everything. Anytime we go out to dinner, I'll pay for it. She said, I don't have any children. You don't have, if you want to come up to my place, you can. I'll come over to your place. Anytime you want to get a hotel room, we can go. I'll pay for any trips that you want to go on. She said, I just want to have sex with you at least twice a week. Bruh, I had just got out the feds. I wasn't out the feds 3 months. And they released me in Indiana, but they decide that, I'll go back home to Detroit for a little while. So they transfer my probation, because I was on 4 years paper, to Detroit, so I could spend some time with my family and things like that. And I'm going to church, and I ain't even focusing on these church sisters. I'm focusing on God, right? But they're looking at me like, oh my God, it's a brother, tall, dark, and handsome, and he focuses on God, and so they're attracted to that. Girl, do you not realize I'm just getting out of prison? Girl, I'm horny. I'm the last one that you want to be making these type of negotiations with. Now, mind you, she probably was the only one I didn't touch. But she was serious. She was sincere at that dinner table. And it was so sweet about it. It blew me away. She was just the sweetest, nicest sister, extremely professional, the cutest thing. And I'll pay for everything. And all I could think of was Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1. 8 women will go to one man and say, I will pay for everything as long as you take away our shame of being single. So when they sit back and they want to complain about the drizzle movement, well, it's in the Bible. The Bible says in the last days, women will do that. So if God, the Bible also says God is not a liar. So if God is saying in the last days, 8 women will go to men and say, I will soft guy error you guys. If it's in the Bible, Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1, either God lying, ladies, or you're lying to yourselves. But at the end of the day, this God said in the last days, this will come up. This is one of the signs of the final days. Wars and rumors of war, we see that check. The day he said in the last days, women will say, it is so bad in this world, I don't want to have children. Everywhere in the world, the country is having problem with childbirth. Guess what they said? I just heard this today about the United States. Blew me away. Did you know that not only by 2034, if they don't do something about Social Security, 25% of the benefits of what people are receiving today is going to be washed away forever? But this would blow me away the most. They said in the United States, because of lack of childbirths, by 2034, there will be more people over the age of 65 than people in the United States under the age of 18. I want you to let that sink in. There will be more people in the United States over the age of 65. And if you think it's a joke, ask Italy. Ask the country of Italy that has the most old people in the world. More people over the age of 65 than people under the age of 18 in the United States in in 10 years. They didn't say if it's going to happen. They said that's going to happen. That's one of the signs of the end days. And what was the other sign? Another sign of the end days is Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1, soft guy era. These women can talk about y'all on TikTok all they want, talk crazy, I would never, y'all sassy, all that crazy stuff they send to y'all in the States. Well, God says that it's going to come to pass anyway. Women going to be cracking open their checkbooks. 8 women will go to one man and say, listen, we'll pay for everything. And I'm going to tell you something. As a dude that had just got out of prison, I had several women come to me with that offer. I will pay for everything. So I'm living proof that that time is going to be coming. And that time might be now. If that happened to me in 2000, actually, I got out in 1999. If that happened to me in 1999, I've had women fly me out to different parts of the country. I've had women fly me to other parts of the world. I've had women pay for my groceries at the grocery store for my phone number. My brother was so mad. He was like, because he was with me. And my brother was like, you gonna pay for his groceries for his phone number? I was like, bro, don't be hating. And she was fine. She wasn't no big girl. She was a fine sister. Right height, she was like 5'8". And she was like, I'll pay for your groceries right now for your phone number. Man, I want to just grab, let me get an extra pack of 9-laters. Let me get some 9-laters too. Let me put the 9-laters on there too. Just grabbing any old thing. Let me get the chocolate 9-laters. No, the lemon. Let me get the lemon 9-laters add up, yeah, with the rest of my groceries. So when I say that when women crying about this off, I'm talking about when cameras go off, there are women out there that's already living a soft guy era that are willing to take that money that they've been stacking and buy a man. That's according to the Bible. Shout out to my man Will of Thrill once again. He said, you can't put a price on peace. No, you can't. Peace is everything. I don't care how much money a woman makes. All I care about is, honestly, cooperation and peace. That is so true. Shout out to my man Timothy. Hey, Timothy, shout out to you for that email that you sent me too, man. You blessed my day. He said, you got me? Got your back. Welcome back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Timothy. Shout out to you, bro. I know exactly what you're talking about. And shout out to my man David with the $2 love. He say Andre out here moving like Goldie the Mac. I was, man. And I wasn't like walking around like, yeah, ladies, look at me. I'm not speaking of it in an egotistical way. I'm just saying, now that I sit back and I see the evolution of the world, in 99, I didn't realize that this era was going to be coming anyway. And then when you see it in the Bible said, ladies, why y'all fussing? You're going to be doing this anyway. No, we want. God said, listen, I created the universe. 80 y'all will be going to one man and telling him, notice the women won't even come in separation and say, well, I will. We will pay for everything, food, clothing, shelter, as long as you take away our shame of still being single and not having a child. Because during that time period in the Old Testament, that was the shame. A woman was not covered, she was single, or she was barren. She didn't have any children. So women will go to men in the last days. One of the signs of the last days are women that are like, I need a baby now, I need a man now, and I ain't got no problem sharing. I don't have a problem sharing. So when these women sit back and try to act like the soft guy era is crazy, I know it's satire, but when you read the Bible, you're like, is it satire? Is it satire? Let's get back to the video, guys.
In your life ought to be solidified. I don't care if Beyonce walk in the room. I ought to be the baddest thing to you. Listen. Once he's laid out vision, once we know the direction that we are going in, I desire a disciplined man. A man who don't gotta sleep with everything he sees. I desire a man who can communicate to me. Tell me you ain't gotta be perfect, but I can't work with what I don't know. Tell me what I don't know. Love me, be gentle with me. The Bible says that he washes her with the word of the Lord. You ain't gotta.
Okay, she said, tell me what I don't know. How many, shout out to my man Vroom in the building, and my man Chad Tyrone in the building, and my man Jay. How many times have we told them what they don't know? Y'all don't know we don't like those eyelashes. We done told you. Y'all don't know that we tired of seeing y'all with weave, and some of you guys have had relationships with women for 5-6 years, and you have never once saw the length of her real hair. Not once saw the length of her real hair. That's crazy. You've never seen her real hair. You've never seen her without a weave. The grotesque. See, even in Colombia, when you see somebody get a BBL, you're like, okay, you can tell she got a little surgery, but it works well. And sometimes here, you can't even tell. You can tell, like, okay, I can tell from her breast. Okay, cool. But in the States, those zoomorphic, warped bodies look like old wax album cover that's been sitting in the sun too long, just warped. It's animals that don't even look like that. Ants don't even look like that. And men are constantly telling you, ladies, we ain't looking for that. So when these women try to sit back and say, y'all haven't told us, y'all didn't tell us, we are simple creatures. We've been telling y'all the same thing over and over and over again. When you tell somebody and they don't listen, when you sit back, you mention to your woman, babe, I ain't feel comfortable with you in that outfit. You're going to hear something. She ain't gonna listen to you. I'm independent. You can't tell me nothing. Wait a minute. You told me to tell you, but then at the same time, you told me that you're independent and I can't tell you nothing. Which one is it? Because before Andrea gets her hair colored, she'll ask me. Before she get the length, if Andrea get her hair cut an inch, you know how to try to make sure that it's, cut just right. She'll let me know. She say, well, this is how much that they're going to be taking off my hair. Babe, what do you think of this outfit? Me and girls going out tonight. What do you think of this? Well, I'll wear a jacket with it then. When last time y'all woman asked you in the States? I ain't never had a woman in the States ever ask me what I think of an outfit. Other than, do I look good in this? But not my opinion of should I wear this? I've never had a woman in the States ever ask me about a hairstyle, a hair length, none of that. Even when Andrea started slightly wearing eyelashes, she said to herself, I am not going to be wearing first of all, I'm not going to be wearing those big ugly eyelashes because no, they look ugly. And she got the professional ones that's made like a animal fur or whatever it is, the expensive ones, right? And she'll ask me, is this the right length or should I wear a length that's a little shorter? She'll ask me. Now, am I walking around like, yes, I'm a king and no, it's just that we respect the marriage. And she realized that she's a representation of me and I'm a representation of her. That's why I try to at least act like I got some sense when I'm going out there dressing as well. I can get away with a wife beater in the States. You can't get away walking around with just a wife beater on here in Colombia. It just, but it's hot, Dre. You ain't near the beach. So I got to make sure I'm representing her as well. I kid you not, guys. Acting like a man's not optional. Yeah, for real. For real. Respects the marriage. Absolutely. I don't see that. This is the funny part. I'm asking you guys because I didn't see it among my compadres in the States either. It wasn't like they had bad or mean wives. It's just that they weren't raised to think or consider certain things. I want to say this again. I don't think many women in the United States are bad women. I think that they just don't know. And when we tell them, because they never seen it before, when we tell them, babe, don't wear that. What? They've never seen a father correct the mother. A lot of times when women got the father in the house, father is passive. You heard what your mama said. So all they were, if the dad was in the house, he was a passive dude. And Kevin Samuels showcased that all the time. He will always ask them about, where's your father? What did your father say about that? What does he think? I kid you not. Kid you not. Shout out to my man Dave once again. He said, welcome back. 10 for the escape. The escape the hyena fund. Yes. For real. And my man Dave, he says, Andre out here moving like Goldie in the Mac. Yes, sir. He said, they tell you met me like this, you're being insecure. This is the irony of it. You met me working at Burger King. Y'all see where I'm going with that? You met me and I was only making $43,000 a year. But now you want to leave me because I'm still only making $43,000 a year? And it's only been 6 months? So I shouldn't expect you to evolve, but you expect me to evolve. Man, I don't see how y'all do it. I'm gonna say something in all sincerity. Not all women in the States are created equal. I understand that. There's some really great women in the States. But I'm gonna tell you this for real. Other than the convenient, I'm using that word on purpose. Convenient, meaning that it's in your own country, in your own city, and in your own area. Other than convenient, sex and sexiness, I don't even see why y'all still in the States when dating in the States. I know it's some passport bros that are still smashing American women. You know why? Convenient. They right here. Some of you dudes that are in New York, you New York passport bros, you know that you don't even want to deal with American women like that. But because the coochie is convenient, you still smash it. And I ain't mad at you, but don't think I don't recognize that. Some of y'all ain't trying to be, some of you guys really sincerely are not trying to seriously date and mate American women anymore. You've experienced other countries, but because when you get horny, the convenience of a woman, in other words, that woman that thinks that she's got something going on. No, boo, I'm only smashing you because it's convenient. I can call you and you a 15-minute drive away. Other than you being 50, let's put it like this. How many of y'all smashing chicks or have smashed a chick in the last year in the United States that if she was in Colombia, that you will fly to smash her? Come on. How many of y'all smashing a chick in the States right now? El Guapo, you don't count. You married. And all you other guys that got foreign wives, y'all don't count. But sincerely, how many of you guys have smashed a chick in the United States in the last year that you will fly to Brazil to smash her? If she's all that, would you fly to Brazil? See, zero. That's why I always say it's convenience. She's sexy, yes, she is. She's got good sex, yes, she does. But the number one reason why you still spreading her legs open because she lived 15 minutes away. Because you know you wouldn't give her 2 seconds of your time if you were in Colombia or you were in DR and y'all just happened to come across each other. She's going on a girl trip, you going on a guy trip, y'all just so happen to bump into each other. You ain't smashing her in DR, even if y'all bump into each other. Even if it's convenient and you know that you can get it that night. You try to get as much Dominican chicks as you want. You might got somebody serious in Dominican Republic, but you ain't met convenience. I know what y'all doing. I'm a man. But these women in the States, see, this is why I stopped and I went on monk mode when it came to women in the States. Because I didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings, because the truth be told, baby, if I smash you and I got a passport, I'm only smashing you for convenience, boo. Do not get in your feelings thinking you're going to be introducing me to your daddy. You're going to be highly disappointed because I got a flight going out to so-and-so in 3 months. I got a trip to Germany coming up, baby. You're going to be disappointed. Some of us, the reason why I sat back and I was like, you know what? I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I don't want to get caught up in bad energy. Let me just stop smashing chicks in the States because I know I'm only smashing these chicks because they only live 15 minutes away. Not because I really want something serious with them other than the sex and the sexiness. That was it. That was it. That's all they had to offer me before. Not all, but many. That's all they had to offer me before I got my passport. So now I got a passport. That's all they really can offer me now is sex and sexiness. Now, the good ones, I wasn't bothered. I mean, when I mean by good ones, I mean the ones that I felt that if I was in the States, I would take serious. I wasn't dealing with them anyway. Why? Because I'm not going to stay in the States. So ain't no use of me smashing this chick and really giving her hope, and she's a good girl. I might as well smash some of these trashy AKA chicks that live 20 minutes away. That's why I asked that question. I just thought I just want to make sure I wasn't crazy. Is those females that you wouldn't fly to Brazil for, and you just smashed her over the last year, or them over the last year, and now you're going through your Rolodex in your mind, and you're thinking like, you ain't smashed one female. And let's let that sink in for a second. All you guys in here, we got 150 people in here. Now, one of y'all put a 1 in there in the comments that y'all would fly to be with the woman that you were with, or the women that you were with over the last year in the United States. Not one of them was good enough for you to take a flight for. You ain't zooming to Thailand for her. You ain't shooting to the UK. Ain't no Romania. You ain't going to Peru. But because she lived 20 minutes away, that's the only reason she got sex down that particular weekend. Shout out to David, you crazy. I knew somebody was gonna throw a y'all stupid. Y'all stupid, man. Let's get back to this video. And let me hit this last super chat, by the way. Shout out to my man David. He said, welcome back. And my man GJ's in the building. He said, yep, lions don't consult hyenas. That's true. Be a man. That's so true. I went on monk mode because I was like, that's all right. You don't want to sleep with me? No. I want to sleep with you as a man. Yes, I've smashed you many times, lady, but nah, that's all right. I'm good. You don't want this. You tell me you turning this down. I done had you already this. Women, this is the funny part. Women don't realize once we have smashed you 4 or 5 times, that little thrill or that little edge of you don't want you don't miss this. No, baby, I done already ran through you a few times. I know what that coochie do. I know what that mouth do. Sorry, but I'm not moved like. See, if you'd have said that like after our first interlude, you might would have got me. But on the 5th interlude, you trying to give me an ultimatum on the 5th interlude? You gonna miss this? Not really. Not really. I done ran through you. I know all your moves. I know what you like to do in the bathroom, the kitchen, on your tippy toes, next to the butter rolls. Yeah, let's get back to the video. Shout out to you guys.
Know every scripture, but you gotta know something. Know something. You gotta know something. You provide an environment where I'm safe. Come on. My heart is safe. Yeah. I can go to sleep at night without feeling like I gotta check your phone because I know you lying. I want safety. I want an environment where I can thrive. Because let me tell you this about most women. When a man provides that for a woman, she will walk through every fire. She will climb every mountain. You ain't gotta have nothing but $5, but if you are loyal to her, she gonna take that $5 and turn it into $500,000.
If you're faithful to a woman, all you got is $5. She'll take your $5. She'll take it, leaving you with nothing. She'll flip that to $500, $500,000. Last time y'all saw a sister flip anything to $500,000 except pay for play in the States and try to act like it's called dinner? I'm letting you guys know now. It all sounds good, the hooping and hollering, but this environment breeds passport bros. This, all that we're watching, all you guys that's wondering why some dudes have that look on their face, right, David? like I just had. Because dudes are starting to realize I call cap. I call BS. All you need to do is don't cheat on me. 28.5% of men have admitted to cheating. I think it's higher than that, but let's go with the stats. 28.5% of men admit to cheating. 24 to 26% of women have admitted to cheating. Ladies, y'all right behind us. Y'all, that little myth that y'all tried to use over the last 40 years because men weren't looking at stats and we didn't have a microphone to talk into because y'all were hogging the mic. Men are letting it be known now. Y'all out here. If I hear one more woman talk about a man cheating, as many wives that I done ran through, as many girlfriends that I done ran through, church girlfriends. Remember I told y'all the story about a month ago about the one. I'm in Cincinnati, checking into a hotel room late at night. I tell the front desk clerk, fine. I want you. I want to have you. We can do this the hard way or we can do this the easy way. And she said, wait till I go on my break and I'll get us a room outside of your room, you know, that you're getting. I'll get us a room. We don't have to mess up your room. Came back down when she said during her break. She had her key, broke her back in, and she looked me right in the face while she was laying in my arms, still sweat going down her brow. I'm wiping her little, you know, when their hair get wet from sweating, I'm wiping the little hair. And she looked me right in my face and asked me, I know today is Sunday. Would you like to go to church with me and my boyfriend? Are you laying in bed with me after I done ran all type of fluid through every hole in your body? And you ask me not to go to church, but to go to church with you and your boyfriend while I'm smelling like the perfume you had on when you walked in that room with me. True story. True story. Cincinnati, Ohio. Downtown Cincy, that little downtown that Cincy got, that Cat Williams was talking about in one of his original skits. So when I hear women talk about being faithful, bruh, here in Colombia, I fight off more women with men than single women. And I'm married, and they know I'm married. And so they figure since I'm married, I ain't gonna get them in trouble, and they ain't gonna get me in trouble. So they figure it should be, I fight off gorgeous married women, even in this country. So when I sit back and I say, I don't know what it is about me, straight paper, that make them think that, you know, I'm supposed to be, I'm a retired boy toy. Them days are done, girls. They over, okay? And when they sit back and they just try to, if I have to go through your phone, ladies, please, let's not do this, play this phone game. Because y'all, ladies will tell you they keep 4 or 5 in the holster. They keep at least 4 or 5 in the clip. One of the things that I mentioned to Andrea when we first started dating, and I mentioned this to her about men. I say, if you think that I don't think that your exes continue to try to reach out to you, and plus, you know, you with me, so you looking like all Miss Gorgeous right now. And we you know, we were just having a conversation. It wasn't any argument or anything. I said, I'm gonna tell you something. I know more about men than you think I know. I say, men, we walk in circles. We walk in circles. I say, men walk in a circle of musical chairs. I say, do y'all play musical chairs in Colombia? She's like, yeah, that's the kid game. I said, men walk in circles of musical chairs, but instead of taking chairs away, we add a chair. And the circle gets bigger. And we keep adding a chair in the circle, but we keep walking around that circle. I say, there are women I have called, and I will ask myself, why am I calling this person? I don't even like her. Hey, big head. Just the they say the a male lion takes 2 weeks to walk around his terrain. He'll be with the ladies, hang out with his kids, and then he'll leave for 2 weeks to walk around his this is my territory. To walk around his terrain. Men we subconsciously reach out to exes and people that we smash. We subconsciously. And the more women, more chairs, the more women that we add, the larger that circle gets. We were in high school when it started off with 1 and 2 in that circle, when we were playing musical chairs. Now we're in our 30s and 40s. It's 50, 60, 70 people, and we'll still walk around that circle. We may not call everybody, but we'll reach out to this one, and we'll reach out to come on, guys. There are women that you know that's in your circle of musical chairs that you know that you could smash right now. And y'all started smashing when y'all was 22 and you 43 right now. Y'all started smashing when you were 22. You are 43, and she's still a part of that circle. And the more women that you met, the more your circle that you walk around expands. Why did I say that? I say, Andrea, I know that you're a part of somebody's musical chairs. I say, there are women that are part of my musical chairs. That when I was single, I could walk around that circle, and I knew it was several of them, not all of them, but several of them in that circle that I could smash. Yep, circling the wagons. And my wagon circle got bigger and bigger. I say, so I'm not going to be going through your phone. I say, but it's your responsibility that when it's your turn, when they come around that circle, that you've either got your number changed or they know the status. Because dudes go, I say, babe, we will check in. We'll walk around that circle to check in and see if your marriage is still happy. If it ain't, we'll be a shoulder that you can lean on in the late night hour in the name of text messages. Believe you me. So yeah, we do that, men. I say, men, we don't know why we do it. We don't know why we have that habit. I say there are very, very few men that I know that don't do it. Maybe because they've only been with like 1, 2, or 3 women. I say, but they'll still walk around that circle. I miss my ex. That's why a lot of times dudes can still smash the baby mama. She's a part of his circle, a part of his terrain. Men are territorial creatures. I had to learn to be happy for exes. Oh, she married? Cool. I'm happy for her. The old Andre? Oh, she married? Let me call her. I heard you got married, babe. I'm happy for you. I ain't happy. I'm going to still smash you. That's the old Andre. Walking around his circle. Walking around his terrain. When I told Andrea that, she said, do you know that's the best advice about men I have ever heard? She said, now I know when a dude tries to reach out to me. He don't care about me. I'm just a part of his circle. I'm just a part of his musical chairs. Now she knows what to look out for. Got to get a wifey some game too. Shout out to my man David. He said, welcome back. We already did that one for the team for the escape of the hyena fun. I like that title. I like that. Bishop Kobe in the building. He said, complete and utter BS. Yes, that's what they're bringing. He said, Jeremiah 31:22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughters or daughter? Didn't say son. There's enough in the scriptures talking about the son, but talking about the daughter. For the Lord has created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. They want to be equal to us. They're going to be some things that we think we dirty in certain areas. They're going to be some areas of life that we can't even keep up with women. They go some of the dirt that they think that we do. Man, listen, my trust meter for women is so, I don't trust them. I love women. I love communicating with them, hanging out, laughing, everything. But that trust, bruh, I have been with too many women that have literally left the date or the movie with you and literally brought the doggy bag to me, and I smashed her, and you went home with blue balls and a used credit card because you paid for dinner and you thought you was gonna get that tall chocolate thing, didn't you? You thought you was gonna get that, and she told you thank you for dinner, kiss on the cheek, call me tomorrow, and she jumped in her little Kia and drove right to my spot, and I broke her back in. So when it comes to women that are talking about men need to be faithful, baby, this is a two-sided coin. There's some things that y'all doing, y'all dirty with it. And like I said, they always got a couple in the holster. There's always some dudes that sit in the background still shedding tears. You know I miss you, Brandy. When are you coming back home? I'm so all alone. The OJs. I really miss you, Brandy. I think even though he was singing about his dog, but ain't no sunshine when she's gone. All those songs. This dude's right now singing all those songs. All them old school 70, 80 slow jams right now. Singing about your current girlfriend. I'll say it again. It's dudes that's going to radio stations right now, got dedication songs. Could you dedicate this song to Wanda? You know, I messed up. I messed up a good thing. Yeah, she's married now, and I just want to dedicate this. And the DJ would say, man, you dedicating a song to another man's wife? No, it's not like that. You think I don't know it's dudes that's walking around thinking like that about my wife? Like some of us walk around like that thinking about other women? So what's my point? My point is this. When I hear women say things like this, once again, it's all cap. It's all cap. This cheating thing is two sides. Shout out to my man Timothy. He said, please, no singing, Tommy. GTD story. Only. You know I can't sing at all anyway. Let's get back to the video.
That is what I desire. Hey, listen, ain't nobody got no time for no games. Listen, you have women who are carrying destiny and purpose on them. You don't have time for all of this stuff. And let me tell you this, the enemy uses relationships with us because he knows that it is the one thing that can derail what our destiny is. Hell studies how we love and who we love. It is the thing that demons use the most. This is why we date the same spirit
There
in
it
a
is.
different body.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
He knows that if I can get her in a dysfunctional relationship, I can steal her confidence. I can kill her esteem. And then I can destroy her destiny. So for me, the things that I desire, to me, that ain't that much.
Oh, hallelujah.
That ain't that much. Because in comparison about what you gonna get back from me,
Man, when I was a kid, you be looking at the church mothers and all the church ladies hooping and hollering and yelling, and you was, and when you kind of like go for that, you like, okay, in the name of Jesus, yep, and you going for it. And even though you love and trust God, you start listening to what some of these sisters are saying, you like, man, as soon as that sermon over, I'm right, girl. What time you get done with that sermon? We should be done by 8:30. Have your ass over here by 9 o'clock. You know I got to talk to the pastors and then get my part of the collection plate. Be over here by 10 o'clock. Don't hurt me. You better stop all that breathing hard. Only thing that's going to be hard is me, girl. Get your ass over here after that sermon, girl. And then as soon as she get done with this, come on, am I lying? I'm not mocking her, but I'm talking about, let's be real with it. And nobody wants to be real with it when it comes to how these church sisters are. Like she said, you get wrapped up with the same spirit. Babe, I got you on the spirit part. In other words, let's translate it. You got smashed by pookies. You like getting smashed by pookies. And the only thing that attracts you, no matter what a good man came along wanted to do with you, you were still attracted and probably are still attracted to pookies. See, I tell you what's even worse. Some of you dudes are just like me. You was dirty as a pookie, but you had charisma. See, Pookie didn't care. He just was Timberlands and Air Force Ones. You come in with Oxfords. You come in with steel-toed boots from work. You come in with big block gators, straight Detroit players. You walking up in that church looking smooth. You ain't wearing bright colors. You wearing grown man suits. You got nice cologne on. See, some of us got Pookie results without being Pookies. I'll say that again. Some of us could run through them church sisters just as fast as Pookie did without looking like a Pookie. How many times I didn't choke a chick with a tie? I'm serious. Take my tie off and choke her with it, and she be busting all over the place with my tie. Y'all the same. Oh, am I the only one that was a Levert Casanova? You got Pookie's results. In other words, Pookie could get the educated, attractive chick to do whatever he wanted her to do. And she left with a sore coochie and a broken heart. Some of us was the same. Some of you guys are the same way. You know that you a passport bro. You ain't staying in this country in the next 10, 15 years. And you running through these women as if you was going to stay. You just as bad as Pookie. Because I was just as bad as Pookie. I just made it look good. See, she could see Pookie from a mile away. She could be with me and introduce her to a pastor. See, she can't bring Pookie to the fundraiser. She can't bring Pookie to the church picnic, the office Christmas party. I walk up in the office Christmas party. I'm talking about super chocolate with dimples, fine as can be. I've been smashing her. She wasn't there yet. I'm looking good. Her and her girls walking to the office Christmas party. She look at me. I tell her, I got a hotel room half a block down. Let's go. She said, I was about to say the same thing to you. I said, you got a hotel room down the street? She said, no, I was about to say, let's go. Broke her back in. Dude, I hadn't been at the Christmas party 30 minutes. Her and the girls walked in maybe like 20 minutes in. I mean, soon as she walked in, all the girls are like, oh, Andre, you looking good tonight. Oh, you smelling so good. Soon as she saw the compliments flying, I was like, I wouldn't hear none of what they were saying. I saw how she was looking. I was like, let's go. I know your husband think you got the Christmas party anyway, and I'm right down the street. The last thing she said to me before we went back to that Christmas party, she looked me right in the face. She said, Andre. I said, baby, let's do that one more time. She was like, baby, how many times do you want me to bust? I was like, oh, my bad. I said, okay, let's get ready to hit these showers and get on back to this Christmas party. Y'all wonder why my trust antennas are always up. Now, it's not off camera. I don't put what I experienced in the States on Andrea. So don't think that I'm walking around off camera and I'm like, where you going? Where you at? Where you been? No, I'm not number one. No. What my point was that there are some of us, we can have Pookie moments in a suit. Some of y'all go to cigar bars and y'all know it's wise that's going to be up in there. And you done ran through somebody's wife that you'd have met at the bowling alley or the cigar bar. Some of y'all done ran through somebody's wife with a bowling shirt on. You ain't had to have Timbos on. You got bowling shoes. You done ran through somebody's wife and you met her with bowling shoes on. Ronald, come on now. You know Pookies don't go to the jazz club and you know Pookies don't go to the spoken word. But guess who go to the spoken word? You do, and I did. And guess who up in there? The wives with their girlfriends. And guess who you end up smashing? The wife. And in a couple of months, the girlfriend. Come on now. Stop me when I'm lying. They do not go to cigar bars. They do not go to upscale lounges. They don't go to the bowling alley. Pookies don't go to the bowling alleys. Pookie on the porch. But that's right, Jarrell. I do. Pookie ain't out there on the golf course. Guess who you getting it in when she come by with her little cute golf outfit on? You. These Pookies don't even know how to fish. But guess who out there with her? Man, please. You know how much spoken word coochie I done got? Yeah, these Pookies can't even fish, man. They ain't got their granddads to teach them how to fish, man. They can't do nothing. They can't fish. All they can do is get in the car and go over. Now, they can get the coochie. Now, that's one thing I can say about Pookies. Pookies don't get the ladies' coochie. But there are those of us that, man, listen. Let's put it like this. The Pookie movement, I was jealous. I was never jealous of. Why? I was moving and smashing the same ones, bruh. Here's the part. Come on, guys. Y'all ready? How many women have y'all had that let you get the coochie because she thought that you didn't have Pookie tendencies? She thought that you was different because you wore cologne and you smelled good and you looked good and you got you a nice little fade. You know how to speak articulately. You were a co-worker. Come on, how many of y'all got the coochie because she thought that she was going to the next level? She ain't know that you listen, baby. I may not be a pookie, but I'm gonna break your back in just as fast as pookie. You got me messed up, baby. You might want to go to somebody else first. I'm gonna break your heart like Pookie did. There are plenty of chicks that I done got because they thought that because I didn't walk with Pookie tendencies, that wasn't gonna smash him as fast as Pookie did. Oh, he has a sense of humor. He's nice. I could see myself taking him to the fundraiser. Hotel room. She just getting in town. POF. Got her phone number. What do? I'm a college recruiter. Academics. What do you do? I'm a VP for Frontier Communications. I'm in town for a convention and a training seminar. I'm on my way to your hotel. You don't know where my hotel is. I'm off for work in 20 minutes. I know your hotel is downtown because I knew most of the seminars go on downtown like that. I say, so if I got to go to hotel to hotel to find out where you are, I might have to do that. She says, you don't have to do that. I'll see you in 35 minutes. How do you know you're going to see me in 35 minutes? I get off work in about 20, 25 minutes. I'm not far from downtown. I know my city. Hour later, she's married. She's in my city on convention. 9 orgasms later. I kid y'all not. I have never seen that before and have never seen that since. She went down to like 3 or 4 after, right? 9 orgasms. Gonna tell me, I've never did that. I never spent. Now, you know, how many times have you heard a woman tell you something that she ain't never did and she been with her husband 10 years? I'm so tired of women telling me what they ain't never did, what they ain't never experienced before. Come on, you ain't got the lie to Craig to kick it. You ain't got the lie, Craig. You ain't boosting my ego by telling me you're the. I didn't know. She said, I didn't know my body could do that. Whether I was a Pookie in a suit or whatever you want to call it. But these women think that we're safer. I'm going to say this again, passport bros. These women think that we're safer. Whether we work for at the foundry or the plant, or whether we're a white collar dude. They think we're safer because we're responsible men. So they think men of responsibility are safer. So when in the church, they see us suited and booted, they think we're safer. Boo, I'm just as dangerous as Pookie with them Timberlands on. Even worse, because you letting your guard down to me. You know how these passport bros like to let their guards down to these Colombian women and get got? Because they assume that because she's so beautiful, she wouldn't do that. Because she's not an American woman, so she won't do that. And they end up getting drugged. They let their guards, same thing in the States with women to some of us dudes. They will let their guards down to us just because they see us with a suit and a tie on. Or because they see you with a workman uniform on. Oh, he got a job. Girl, I will wear your coochie out in these dickies when I get off work just as fast as I would if I had on a wife beater and a pair of jeans. Oh, he got a career. Oh, you own your own business, girl? Just because I own a business don't mean I won't bend you over my desk. What are you? I am not the. If anybody, they should not be. I'm gonna tell you. Am I being real, fellas? If there's anybody that they should not trust, it would be us. Because ours is camouflaged. See, Pookie is obvious. Pookie got a black and mild in his hand. Come on now. Pookie sitting up there right now with a black and mild in his hand. Lips as purple as Obama's. Pookie ain't wore no cologne in forever. He got that one yellow tooth that don't look like the rest of his teeth. It's just that one that's like high yellow. Almost a beige, a dark tan. Pookie got 3 chains on. Only one of them real. Pookie got 3 watches on. Ain't none of them real. Got his Timberland or his Air Force Ones on. Got his jeans. About to be sagging in a few seconds. Ain't seen a belt since his mama used to whoop him with one. And it's obvious him, but they see us. Oh, he can't be he's a good dude. Baby, you open up your I'm in church. Baddest church sister. Coming to find out she's from Miami. I'm sitting up there listening to the pastor. After church service, pastor invites me, new guy in town. Could you come to my office for a minute? Yeah, pastor. Got my Bible. He said, brother, I don't mean to be mean. He said, what's your name, brother? I say, Andre. He said, true story. He said, I don't mean to be mean, but you can't come back to my church. True story. First day, got my Bible in hand, my pen, I'm taking notes, pastor preaching. You can't come back to this church. I said, okay, is there a reason why I can't come back to your church? Can I ain't coming back, but can I get closure? And he said, it's the women, man. It's the women in this church. He said, I can see what you can't see. He said, see, I'm sitting. He said, I'm in front. You're in the back so you can't see what I see. He said, and those women were breaking their necks, so busy looking at you that they didn't hear nothing what the Lord was saying. He said, and nah, you can't come back here, bro. I was hurt. I ain't gonna even lie. I was, and I liked the church. I kid you not. First day there, and I really liked it. Good service, good group. Not too big, not too small. Cool. Run across the hot chick that was in the church, because there had a lot of hot chicks in that church from Miami. She was an ex-stripper. Broke her back in. I guess pastor was right. I would have ran through his church because the ladies was going to let me. I didn't look for them. She looked for me. Smashed her for about 3 or 4 months. So when I sit back and I say, is cap a lot of what these women are saying? Bruh, take it with a grain of salt. Many of those women are sincere, godly women. I believe with that with all my heart. But there are some, they still got some things to be working. Yeah, clapping it. Clapping it, bruh. I don't know who is faker, who's been faker in my life. And I mean this in all sincerity. Dyke chicks or church women. I'm gonna say this again. I don't know who's been faker. Dyke chicks at least in my life, were church women. Many church women are good, wholesome women. But there's enough of them in that church straight throwing it out there and don't care who catch it. There's a women on the dyke side that are 100%. They ain't into no men. They want the women and they good. But I'm telling y'all, there's some hot dykes, and some of you guys can attest to this. There are some hot dykes that you will run through and you didn't even know that you could get it. Man, and you swear, dude. I remember my sister, and my sister's gay, right? And I remember Candy telling me, she said, my girlfriends looked at you and was like, because they had never met me, right? I came to Cleveland and they had never met me. And they were like, girl, that's your brother? Like, yeah, that's Andre. Like, girl, I don't think I'm gay. She said, a couple of my girlfriends were like, girl, I don't think I'm gay. And I'm like, listen. Y'all might want to leave this dyke breaker alone, because I used to break dykes like man, listen, don't, all dykes aren't created equal. Do not, brothers, I'm telling y'all, every chick that claimed that she is a dyke and she would put it in your, and she dressed like a bruh, I know plenty of them. Once they get them oversized clothes off, it's a wrap. Their body is crazy. Now, I'm not talking about them little short dykes that really look like dudes. I'm talking about some dykes that act like dudes, but they body's still tight and they cute as they want to be. Girl, you can't boy up that cuteness. You got dimples. How you gonna be a dyke with dimples and hazel eyes and curly hair? Girl, you ain't the if you don't give me that coochie and stop playing. And I know from this live stream, I ain't the only one that was hitting dykes. Don't be acting like, Andre, you were sleeping with gay women. Jamon, shout out to Jamon in the building. He said the same church sisters that scream Jesus vertically on Sunday are the same ones screaming Jesus or Monday through Saturday. Brother, if you don't preach, the exact same ones, man. Literally. The exact same ones. Shout out to my man, S.T. Smith, kind Sir Jones of the Jones family. The first few times I got with a church sister, black and white ones, they were 4 to 6 years older than me. You're right. I was suited and booted. They let those guards down because they think that you don't have Pookie tendencies. You're like, wait a minute. Ladies, you do realize that me and Pookie just finished having some beers the other day. I might not dress like Pookie, or I may speak a little bit more grandiloquently than Pookie, but boo, I'm going to run through you faster than Pookie. At least with Pookie, you knew what you was getting. Pookie. With me, you gonna cry. Why? Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna leave you, and you thought I was a good catch. No, boo, I wasn't a good catch. I just look good. Some of y'all, man, please. Some of y'all dudes, man, y'all was running through them just as fast as I was. Y'all walking there suiting the booty. Next thing you know, man, legs spreading everywhere. Pastor say, Andre, you got to go. Man, I was hurt that day. I ain't gonna even lie. I was hurt, man. Like, Lord, I thought I finally found a home church. Shout out to man Corey in the building with the $5.
It feels so lovely to be here tonight. What a beautiful, give yourselves a round of applause. You're so lovely. Everyone's so lovely. And while you're in the clapping mood, I'd like to give a big round of applause to my band, Sexual Chocolate. Sexual Chocolate.
They say so fast, don't you agree?
Don't you agree? Shout out to my man in the building. And my man Fisher Kobe. He said, Andre, most guys aren't 6'4" in shape and charming. Dude, I'm gonna tell you something. If I was a short brother, I would still have my charm. I don't care, bro. I would still have my charisma. I'll just be like, man, I'm climbing this tree. It is what it is, girl. I be seeing these little dude. I see these short Colombian dudes walking around with some of the tallest women, and they be fine. I be like, how the hell? He gotta be all like a 5'5", and she gotta be 5'8", and she be on his arm just happy as can be. I remember the first time I saw that with a young couple. This young guy had to be down here in the mall, just skinny. He looked like Steve Rogers of Captain America before they gave him the serum. Just skinny, scrawny, little big Poindexter glasses, just skinny little nerdy dude. He couldn't have been older than 17, 19 years old in the mall. On his arm, she couldn't have been no older than 17, 19, 20. Just a young couple. Boy, his woman was fine. I was like, I'm like, boy, could you, hey guys, have you ever imagined if you lived in Brazil or in Colombia and you was a teenager? I know times would have been tight economically. We get that part. But just imagine if you was a teenager here in Colombia or in Brazil or Peru or Cambodia with them chocolates. Oh my God. Hey, we got trouble in the house. Moderators, we got trouble in the house. We got Theo, the Do Better podcast, Mr. 100,000, Mr. Plaque himself. Shout out to Detroit.
You better back the fuck up out my face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me.
Don't play with Theo, because he used to do the same thing in church that I was doing. For real. Shout out to the church sisters and all their glory. I kid y'all not. I told y'all for real, man. The same chicks that you could not smash would not let you touch them. And shout out to Theo for the 2020, the 2020 twin. Make sure you guys subscribe to Theo's channel. Man, listen. I think I'm getting too many recommendations to Theo because everybody that is here is always, we all like congregate during the morning on Theo's podcast, the Do Better podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe to his podcast because it is funny. And I'm talking about it make your work day. Man, listen, if I was working at the factories like I was back in the day, man, my day would go by fast listening to Theo. Fast. Man, if I was working in my cubicle, I have my little headphones on my desk, laughing my butt off, listening to some Theo. When that dude got arrested today off of trying to headbutt the cop, and then try to punch. I'm like, dude, this dude actually giving himself. This dude, hey fellas, Theo was showing us a video. A dude got arrested unnecessarily. They ended up giving him 60 days. This dude ended up getting to a fight with a police officer or a guard in the county jail on day 59. On day 59, he attacked an officer. Man, that was funny. Shout out to Theo being here. But yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to Do Better Podcast. Moderators, do me a big favor. Look for Theo's channel. Drop it in there. And if you have it with you, drop it in there, brother. Drop it in there. Because I'm serious. Theo is man, this dude is shooting up. You about to pass me up. I know that much. We're at 127,000, and I'm looking at Theo, and I'm looking at them 500-600 people in his live stream, and I'm looking like, oh, this dude think he's slick. Let me go ahead and start acting serious about my 100,000. Because you can get lazy once you get to 100,000. You get lazy. I got 100,000 subscribers. I made it to the mountaintop. It's all right. And then you got somebody come as like a hungry wolf who will pass you up. I'm living proof of that because that's what Danica Marie did. We was at 110,000 subscribers. Danica Marie was at like 83. Man, Danica went. I was like, okay, Danica, nice seeing you. She shot right past us. Shout out to you. He says she was from Miami, an ex-stripper, church girl. Yep. He said, I'm from South Florida. Shout out to them South Florida boys. So I know she was crazy with that. Bruh. Remember I told you the one that followed me from when I got kicked out the church and caught up with me? Shout out to that Miami sex. Shout out to that. Goodness gracious. Whew. You never lied. Let's get back to this video with these church sisters.
Baby, the least that you can do is provide that. Come on. You give that to me and everything else is fine. It's not that complicated. We want people who are committed to us, who will love us, and we will be able to do the same. I'm not intimidated.
You see my man with the beard sitting there looking at girl going with that.
By trauma. We all have it. My challenge is, do you want to come out of it? Am I going to be destroyed by trying to help you overcome what you are in? That's what I want in a man's man. Huh? A man's man. Huh? He walk in the room and the whole place shift. A man's man. He get on the phone and his voice begins to calm you. A man's man. Listen.
All right.
Okay, hold on. The doors of the church are open.
We got another video from Islamic.
After you actually lose a good man, let me tell you the
and she's talking to the sisters. All that hooping and hollering of the women that have lost good men. This young lady is going to tell the ladies, after y'all get done with all them hoopers and hollers and all that stuff, and y'all don't let good men slide by in the name of he wasn't making enough money, or in the name of he wanted to take you to the Cheesecake Factory, or whatever it may be. He didn't have enough education. He wasn't white collar. He was only blue collar. This young lady is going to talk about that, the results. I'm going to come back to these super chats, but this young lady is going to talk about that once ladies start losing good men and what to expect. Let's go back to the video.
aftermath before you choose to lose this good man. You will try to find a man equivalent to the man you're with. And you will think that you could find better. But when you actually put yourself out there, you'll realize that there is no man left right now. And every man will try to use you for a certain thing. And you will look for that man that you left in other men. You will regret that man to the core because you'll realize that there is no good people out there and nobody loved you as much as that man loved you. And after that, you will try to go back to that good man, only to realize that that good man doesn't want you.
And that's where they are right now. We're gonna finish this off, but that right there is either many men are either in stable relationships or they don't want to be bothered. They just want to live their single life, stack their money, do their thing, or they don't want anything serious, or they're like me, have gotten passports, and like you guys, relocated or traveling to other countries or planning to relocate. Nobody's sitting back and trying to walk backwards with these ladies. Remember when I mentioned one of the superstitions of getting out the Fed. Some of you guys have heard me tell this story before. When you're leaving the federal prison, they put you in the van, no handcuffs or anything, and they're taking you to the airport, right? We used to have a saying, you know, you got the rear view mirror of the car or the van or the rearview mirrors. And we used to have a saying that if you look in the rearview mirrors at that prison, you're going back to prison, because you're only looking back because you miss what's back there. So when you left prison, you purposely look straight out the windshield. Why? Because of that superstition is if you look up in that rearview mirror at that prison, you going back to that prison. So when I got out, I'm looking straight. I'm looking straight. That goes for relationships too. And a lot of women don't realize that we ain't coming back because we don't look back. Not that we hate you. They'll sit back and say so many black men hate black women. No, it's because we're not backtracking. We're not going back. But I got that snap back. Yes, you do, baby. You do got that snap back. But like I said earlier, all you have to, I kid you not. When it came to women, now you guys know me. I left Colombia. I left the United States because of the laws, because of better lifestyle, meaning healthier foods, better medical, cost of living, lifestyle. But when it came to the ladies, the other L, I could get sex rapidly, sexiness rapidly. I could not get peace just as fast, cooperation just as fast. I could get sex like I didn't have to know their name. Dude, how many of y'all had so much sex with so many women and you couldn't tell you? I didn't know her name. Man, you smashed her, you didn't know her name. She told me, but I didn't remember. She told me like when we first met. Wait a minute. So, bruh, you was smashing this chick for 6 months and you didn't remember her name? Nah, bruh. It didn't come up in conversations. It did like a couple times, but I forgot when she said it the second or third time. I just kept calling her babe. You can get sex that fast in the States. But when it comes to peace, cooperation, support, understanding, you don't get it that fast. So now you go to other countries and you can get the sex as fast, the sexiness as fast, but peace as fast, cooperation as fast, respect as fast. You see what I'm saying? You get all that other stuff just as fast as you was getting sex and sexiness in the States, because those are the only things that offer you rapidly, sex and sexiness. Everything else that makes it seem like you got to work for it. You got to work for peace in the United States. You got to work for cooperation in the United States. You got to work for cooperation in the United States. But then when you come to these other countries, you get all the sex and sexiness you want just as fast, but the peace, the cooperation, and the respect comes just as fast as the sexiness or sex comes. That's what caused me to say, man, I'm done with women in the United States, man. It's some good ones. It's some amazing women in the States. And yes, I am talking about some of my cousins, some of my aunties, some of your cousins, some of y'all mamas, some of y'all grandmamas. I'm talking about ladies in the States. There are some good ones, but there were some that they were only good for sex and sexiness. That's it. I wish I could put any other. We all know it. We can pretend like we don't smash rapidly in the States. America is a hookup culture. I know dudes try to come down here to Colombia and they try to fool y'all into thinking Colombia is a hookup culture and you can just smash. No. You come to Colombia, you know only party girls that you spending money on, pay for play that you spending money on, or scammers that's trying to get money from you are the ones that's letting you smash like that. But any of you dudes that's been down here to Colombia, who dated a real Colombiana that's a regular everyday, got a job, or going to college woman, you know this. You are not smashing at the first night. You might not smash it the second night. Colombian women do not, I don't know what these dudes go on, these little lame dudes be going on YouTube and try to make it seem like you can just get every Colombian. No. I'm going to tell you this. There are YouTubers I know I've never seen them with a quality woman, a quality Colombiana, ever. I've seen them with many women, not one quality woman. Not a one. Never. I've seen her with plenty of women on camera. Not one that I would say that's a quality woman. Not you judging Dre? No, I know this country. I know the difference between the two. Been on camera. I know several YouTubers been on camera several times with several women. Not one of them that you can sit back and say that's quality. Because the quality chicks ain't moving like that. They don't move like that. I hate to put it like that, but dude, United States is really set up to be a hookup culture. And when you live there, it's cool because you're a man. You can smash all you want. But when you get past that stage of life where you're like, I don't want to just smash chicks, I want something even more, United States ain't the place to go. Hate to say it, but it is what it is. And I know it's people in the States that'll sit back and say, you don't know what you're talking about. You ain't been here. So, all right. Shout out to my man Corey in the building. Shout out to you, brother, for being here. And make sure you guys sign up for the Passport Bro app. The link is at the top of the chat. We want to get at least 25 guys to sign up today. Shout out to you guys. And it's absolutely free. That's why I say 25. It's free, and we're supporting the Brothers app. Support Black Male Media. My man, Mr. Smith, once again with the $5. He say, my female cousins were my 304 facilitators, church girls and locals. He say, C. Smith, he said, I'm 5'7". See, height doesn't matter. He say, Andrea is speaking facts. I had to have a good mouthpiece. That's it. I got a couple partners down here be smashing through chicks. And these be party girls. Yes, they do be. Some of them pay for play. Yes, these ain't quality women. My two partners, actually. 5'7". The other one is like 5'9". I mean, shoot, the average South American woman is only like 5'5" to 5'7". So most Colombian women aren't that tall anyway. Or Brazil. Most, not most. So, yeah, if you 5'7", you still in the party in South America. But let's finish listening to what this young lady has to say about when women are losing men and now they want you to come back. But a lot of men ain't coming back.
And he actually found a good girl. If you have someone good in your life, cherish them. Don't think you could replace them.
Most women end up a reflection of their mother. Mama was a single mother. Mama was wild when she was young. Mama couldn't make it work with numerous men. And women like these mothers are the majority. Why do you think young people have the dating scene that they have now? Because most of society was raised by dysfunctional mothers. Ladies, if you left a good man to go live like a hot girl, that's probably what your mother was thinking when she was your age, and she wasn't willing to listen to nobody either. Y'all gonna end up like that 38-year-old eligible bachelorette preaching the gospel, all to end up getting backlash from the same women you trying to save.
Yep, he's 100% correct. They older trying to save everybody. Ain't married nowhere near. Ain't nowhere near. How you gonna hoop and holler and tell all the ladies in church, God gonna send you your Boaz, your special man, and you ain't got no ring, nowhere near. Fingers dry as can be. Ain't no ring nowhere near them hands. You know why? Because dudes bailing out. Dudes, and I love how men are doing it. Men are bailing out with no argument, no fussing, no fighting. Men are like, it is what it is. I'm not about to argue for your love. I'm not about to sit up here and try to convince you for the black love, the black community. Men are like, it is what it is. I'm out. Well, nobody wants you anyway. Well, nobody loved you, girls. You know how many passport bros that ran through y'all? Stop it, ladies. One of my brothers, he asked us the other day in the chat. He said, hey, guys, what's a country that the passport bros haven't gone to yet? The United States. That's the one country where you will not see passport bros purposely going back to look for women. We will go to Iceland to be with women before we say, hey, Let's make this passport bro movement a thing in the States. Oh, hell no, we won't. Passport bros, that's the one country that you will not have to worry about. Passport bros from UK ain't going to United States for women. Passport bros in Mexico ain't going to. Canadian passport bros ain't going to United States. It's right there. You got passport bros that are in Jamaica. They ain't going over to the States. The Virgin Islands, St. Martin, Barbados, St. Thomas. You got passport bros that's all up in Turks and Caicos, Trinidad. They ain't trying to go to the United States. Ain't nobody running to get to United States women. Ain't nobody going on YouTube talking about, man, I done came over to the States, dog, and I done found the one. Get your passport, bros. You ain't got nobody from Morocco, Istanbul, Germany, no Scandinavian countries. Ain't nobody trying to go to the States and say, I'm going to the United States and get my woman. That's a movie, man. That's a movie. He said, I will go back to Iraq before I mess with the U.S. For real. Ladies, ain't nobody come checking for y'all globally. And I mean, I'm not talking about just sisters. I'm talking about nobody's trying to deal with women in the States on a global. No, and there's some good women in the States, but ain't nobody trying to mess with y'all like that no more. Who messed it up for the good women in the States are the bad women in the States. That's the sad part. There are some good women that will die alone because there's some dudes that's like, I don't know who is who. If 10 snakes coming my way, I don't know which snake is going to bite me and which one is venomous and which one isn't. So I'm going to leave all 10 snakes alone because I don't know which one will hurt me, which one won't. And it's sad. A lot of good sisters going to die with dogs and cats. A lot of them, man. It's sad. There are women out there that are good women, haven't had a hug. I'll say this again. I've been watching TikTok videos. There are good women in the United States that haven't had a hug in 2 years from a man. A hug. Because of the foolishness of the women that are on the hot girl summer. So dudes don't approach the good ones. And then I'm watching TikTok videos where women are now approaching men. Yeah, I remember Muhammad Ali said that. That's right. Where women are starting to approach men and they're finding it so hard because the men that they do see that they want, usually the guy say, I'm in a relationship with somebody. I might be your type, but I'm her type too. It's crazy, man. It's sad. It's sad. And I don't waste my time feeling sorry for him. I had a Middle Eastern classmate tell me he came to South Florida and saw his oats back in and sold his oats back in the late 80s and got his wife from the middle. Bruh. Living in Florida, you different cultures and different, people from different parts of the world. There are so many people like that. So many people like that. They will smash through American women. And when it's time to settle down, they'll either go back or they'll send for a woman from their home country. You ain't never lied about that one, bro. I've seen that one a few times. I was dating a Ukrainian chick, and that's what her brother did. He actually sent for his wife. He was like, I ain't marrying nothing. And she was a doctor in Ukraine, and he was more or less like had to be a bread. I mean, he made decent money, and so he paid for everything for her to get over to the United States. He would rather pay to get another woman into the States than sit back and pay to have dinner with a woman in the United States. Shout out to my man Timothy once again. He said, give us a break. He said, you need to, Andre. Yeah. I'm with you, brother. I am going to let you guys go, actually. It has been 3 hours plus. It has been great, guys. I'll be seeing you guys Friday. My man Aaron of the Passport Bro Movement and the Passport app. One of the reasons I'm mentioning for you guys to download the app that's at the top of the screen is because on Friday, I'm going to put the link for the Passport Bro app right here again, because on Friday, Aaron is going to walk through the whole app with us. There's so much in this app, man. I thought, when Aaron first a few years ago started talking about I'm putting together this app, I was like, oh, that's cool, bro. I'm glad for you, brother. And I'm thinking like, oh, it's going to be a cool app. I didn't realize this is probably one of the best apps that I've ever used across all genres. It is so thorough, so detailed. It is like a community within an app. You like, so he was serious. He took all the aspects of social media, of camaraderie on WhatsApps, of travel tips that you get from vlogs. I'm talking about he put everything together under one umbrella. So shout out to Aaron. Once again, make sure you guys subscribe to the apps because I want you guys to be able to walk through it with us on Friday. Tim said, I've seen some of the videos of Panama David, not far. Oh yeah, Panama is right over Cali. Panama is like a 35-minute flight from Cali, Colombia. It's literally over us. I used to actually fly from Tampa to, if I wasn't taking Miami or Fort Lauderdale, I would fly from Tampa to Panama, and then I would shoot straight down to Cali. It's right over Cali. So yeah, he said not too far from Colombia. Why not? I feel. He said, why not? I feel. Yeah. He said it really is. He said good. He said good brothers on the app. Yeah, really good guys. Groups. I kid you not, man. I am thoroughly impressed. It's a very good quality app. I think that's the other thing that I like about it. It doesn't feel generic. You know how us brothers can be sometimes. Sometimes we just giving the bare minimum, but this brother really is thorough with it. And also make sure you guys get your tickets for the Black Manosphere Conclave in September, from September 8th through September 6th through the 8th in Houston, Texas. I'll be speaking there. Dennis Sperlin. I talked to Dennis. Dennis will be speaking. You got El Guapo, he'll be speaking. Beautiful Eyes. You got Kosher Knishin, he'll be speaking. Obsidian Ali will be speaking. Richie Mack, Zoom to Thailand will be speaking. I don't know if they're going to be having lead attorney again this year. I have to find out. So, and they got some great guys. 3 days. It's only $200 right now. 3 days for the Black Manosphere Conclave. And so, after the party is the after party. So we're going to be hanging out. But let me let you guys go with we got that closing going on. Let me move this out the way. And shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for being here. We appreciate you.
Det var första gången vi möttes. Våra blickar bara möttes. Kommer du ihåg det igen? Kommer du ihåg det igen? Du vill ha ice and little fingers. Då du vet det kalas. All in, ingen broms, schackmatt på din vänster hand. Du är så viktig, baby. Ja, du allians. Du right, baby. Aldrig lita på någon annan. Finns ingen annan jag vill ha min chockarinna. Låsa och säg ingen sinna. Jag kommer alltid ride with you. 100 gubbar klart jag die for you. Du är så viktig, baby. Jag och du allians. Du är försiktig, baby. Men du gav mig en chans. Det är 50-50, baby. Men det är balans. Jag växlar upp för dig, baby. Ingen annan. Det var fan ingen dans på någon ros innan jag träffade någon som det. Du är mitt liv, baby. Det var fan ingen dans på någon ros innan jag träffade någon som det. Du är mitt liv, baby. Visa mig vart du finns. Du kommer väl till min city? Nej, jag vet att det finns. Kom då, det är bra lives and all nights, yeah. Jag vet att jag min ni kör det. Skön social, smart good lady. Jag tvivlar det. Visa mig vart du finns, yeah.